Get a few commercial words out of the way. That's the best way to approach this. So we'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
All right. Very good. And good morning, everybody. Get a little set up here. All set to go, Robin. Fooey's here.
You have a phony phone call?
All right. Phony call. Hello?
Good morning, Howard.
All right, is this King of All Messengers?
Yes, Howard, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Stay well, I love you.
Howard, I have to tell you, I received the first of the 2 videos I ordered from 1-800-52-STERN.
Right.
Unbelievable. I know you're going to find it hard to believe, but the behind-the-scenes and the backstage tape, in my opinion, is better than the pay-per-view special, and that was great.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I think that the new package is the best stuff we've put out, and by the way, you can meet King of All Messengers on that tape.
I was going to say, did you like your part?
Oh, my God. I couldn't believe... I thought my wife was standing right behind me.
Yeah.
She was like a block away from me.
You know, here's a guy, King of All Messengers, who's about, I don't know, what are you, 50-something?
I'll be 50 in July.
All right, 50 years old.
Thank you.
And he's on the backstage tape, and finally the camera comes to him, and King of All Messenger lives to be on our tape.
Yes.
And he's there with his wife. And here's his, you know, you see him, he's a 50-year-old guy, and he's acting like a retard. And he's acting
He's got a shirt on with his name on it, a hat on with his name on it.
Yeah, he's just acting goofy, and he's the guy who makes all the phony phone calls, and he's 50 years old, and, you know, his wife is standing there embarrassed, and she's creeping backwards as he talks.
A lovely woman.
It's one of the greatest moments on the backstage tape.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, she seems so proud of you.
Yeah. You know, that movie reminded me, I don't know if you saw about 20 years ago, the movie Caligula.
Yes.
There was definitely an orgy going on there.
Right. You liked it, huh?
Oh, my God.
What
Those
was your
girls, they weren't just acting for the camera. That was for real.
Oh, that was real. You won't see, you know, if you rented a porno movie, that's acting.
Unbelievable.
And you can always tell.
Ours is a documentary.
Yeah, ours is just, we put the camera on and things happen.
You know how MTV said they were doing a special sex in the 90s for... No, it's this videotape.
Yeah, we have the Sex in the 90s videotape. But, and you enjoy the poster?
Oh, the poster is great. I can't wait to get the other one. I didn't frame it yet. I'm waiting to get the other one so I can take the both of them. But I couldn't believe the poster. I mean, the quality of the paper. I mean, and I collect fine art. I couldn't believe it.
All right. He knows. He does. He does collect fine art.
You're laughing, Fred. He collects fine art.
He really does. What's the name of that artist you have?
Urte.
I have a lot of Urte.
Yeah, I know. We saw a video of your house.
Yeah.
You have way too much Urte.
Urte and Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Howard Stern. Urte.
Well, anyway, you save that poster, I'm telling you, because it is going to be, there's just a certain amount sold. You're one of the people who got them.
Oh, the colors are unbelievable.
Good. Well, anyway, the number is 1-800-52-STERN. For anyone who hasn't ordered, you'll have a great time with this tape, all this new footage. You'll love it. And the poster as well. And it's $39.95. Make sure you call, and you're 18 years older. 18 years or older.
Or older.
Or older. I knew there was a word in there I missed. 18 years or older. And brought to you by Infinity Ventures and me, pal. All right, what can I do for you?
Okay, I have a phony phone call to a educational show where they were discussing racism and violence in gangs.
Right.
There you go.
And it just has to be done because that is where the decisions are going to be made.
And now Andy Baumgartner from Boston, Massachusetts. Andy?
Good afternoon. I think we need to focus on the dangers of being in a gang, that most times gang members either end up in jail or dead. I'd like to see, with reference to racism in gangs, our teachers preach the words of the best-selling author Howard Stern, who is not afraid to use the word nigger, or Daniel Carver, who says, "Wake up, white people," or Baba Booey, who says, "I don't know." I think that's what we need to focus on.
Good comment. In fact, our third conference in this series will be on gangs and violence. That's on May 5th, so be sure to join us. You had mentioned the program that...
That was a good comment.
It shows you how on these like talk show hosts, they don't even listen to what you say. They don't even care. They're like, good comment. You made absolutely 0 sense.
I didn't know what I was saying. It made absolutely no sense to me. I don't know how she came up with a good comment out of that.
Well, you can imagine the other dweebs that call that show. If you made a good comment. That's amazing. Good comment. I mean,
never expected that.
I can understand him being pissed, but to compliment, or not to say anything, but to compliment your comment.
Not only that, she invited me back.
Really?
And she had some, there's going to be a whole program on what you just said.
Yeah, can you imagine? I can't figure out what you said, and yet she's doing a whole show on it. Shows you why she's great and I'm not. I like the choice of name, but you got it wrong. Andy Baumgartner?
Andy Baumgarten. Yeah, she got it wrong.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Randy Baumgarten.
No, Andy.
Who's Andy?
Andy is the guy that does a public access show in the city.
Oh, I thought you were doing a play on Randy Baumgarten, our old boss at NBC.
No, Andy's a big Howard Stern fan.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, very good.
Stay well. I love you.
Love you, too.
Thank you.
That's King of All Messengers, who is always a lot of fun. And he makes phone calls all through the night, ignoring his wife and kids.
He has 2 young kids, too, for a guy.
Oh, 50. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, his wife's very young and sexy. As you'll see on the videotape. Very attractive woman. And she's very embarrassed.
Yeah, she's standing as far away from him as she possibly can and still be with him.
She's practically in another videotape. She's so far off this one. She almost ended up in another movie. Well, that's the funniest. To me, you see, little things on our videotape like that are what makes it worth it.
Real life stuff.
Yeah. Just as you're talking, and all of a sudden you see her moving back.
He's reaching for her, too, and he can't find her. She's avoiding that hand at all costs.
There's a documentary in every one of these moments. Well, anyway, that's a lot of fun. You'll enjoy the tape. Yes, Fafa Foley, we were talking about our trip to Albany. Now, as everyone knows in our audience, I am running for governor. And right now, I imagine there are those out there who think it's a joke, but it's not. And I'll tell you something, I'm already having an effect. Because for the 3rd straight day, they're out there with lights.
In the middle of the night?
In the middle of the night. Long Island Expressway now, they do construction overnight. And I'll tell you why, they're trying to shut me up.
Let me ask you something. Is this in the same spot you used to get stopped at? Every day in the afternoon?
Yes.
So they've completely switched the schedule.
That's right. Yes, that's right. I think. Anyway,
Same road.
It is the same road, that's true.
Hey, Stuttering John, come here. I want to yell at you before I talk about my governor thing. I got to correct you on something. I keep, Stuttering John put out a CD.
Could you yell at this other guy first?
Who is it?
That madman guy.
What madman?
Ian?
The Russian.
Oh, Ian?
He's been drinking.
Yeah.
Ian, you've been drinking? Hello?
Of course.
Oh, you haven't?
Would I ever call you if I wasn't?
How sad are you that you drink at here in New York at 6:21?
Well, I am in New York, and I also look at the watch, and I also see 6:21.
Yeah, and how sad is it that you drink at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Well, how did I survive for 42 years?
Survive what?
Still be alive.
What is it survive? I'm surviving. I haven't had a drink.
42 is not a long time.
Well, it took me...
You're older than 42.
In our country, in our United States, okay? I was here since 1977.
Yeah, but you say you survived. I think you barely have survived.
Well, barely.
Your brain is pickled.
Well, it's the way you look at it.
No, it's the way everyone looks at it. You don't make sense.
You're the only one who doesn't see it that way.
You're the only one who doesn't make sense. We all make sense.
Well, listen. I'm not going to listen to your opinion thinking that your opinion is the best of all, okay?
You give stupid people a bad name.
Right, okay.
You know that.
Okay, I accept that.
All right, good.
But on the other hand, if and when I ever had, people working for me, being like Gary, okay?
Right.
And you, in front of, thousands of people.
Thousands.
Tell him that, some girl or woman, Kathy, is going to become his boss, but he's still going to open the mail, but, after that, he's nobody, right?
Ian,
what is Ian's problem?
Ian is upset with what you did to Gary.
Ian, can you do me a big favor?
Yeah?
Don't help me.
Let me tell you
I don't want to help you. Listen, that would be the last thing in the world I would ever want to do is to help you.
Let me understand this. You're telling me that you are drinking this morning and putting yourself into a stupor because... You're upset about Gary?
Yeah.
You're upset
you want
about...
to convert that our conversation to some drinking or, what do you want to, let's
Don't
talk.
you think there's a sickness involved when you drink at 6 in the morning?
Let's talk.
No, I'm not going to talk because I'm
Forget,
going to say something.
the way that you think that you can convert everybody or you
I'm not converting anyone. I just can't believe you're drinking at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so big deal.
Yes, a big deal.
So some people can afford it.
Yeah, well, let me ask you something. What is it that troubles you so much that you need to drink at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Okay, you think that something has to trouble you so that you start drinking. I don't, okay?
Yeah.
To me, when I did start to drink, okay, when I was like, 16,
All right, listen, I don't even care about your drinking.
Right.
I want to know why you're calling.
Matter.
Why are you calling? What is the problem today?
Okay, the problem is...
Yes, quickly.
I really hate
Now I had to hit the delay because you used the S word.
I hate it.
Hey, did you hear what I just said? I had to hit the delay because you used the S word.
I didn't say nothing.
Don't ruin my show. You did say the S word. You're so loaded you don't even know you're using it.
Okay, so I did use it.
Yeah, so I'm going to hang up on you if you use it again.
On me, okay?
If you use profanity again, I'm going to hang up on you.
So, Howard, you won, okay?
No. You won because you got me to hit the button. And you ruined my show.
Okay, so I screwed you up.
Yes. So if you screw me up again, I'm going to hang up on you.
Okay?
I'm going to hang up.
When you did that, okay?
When I did what?
When you were working for NBC, years and years ago, okay?
Yeah.
When you were kind of funny, but not as funny as, the rest of the station, at that time...
Was funny?
Hey, let me ask you something. When you call... Yeah, sure. When you call me up, and you want to sit and argue with me like a retard, a drunken retard, and you don't even complete a sentence.
You like that word, retard, right?
Because you are one. You're in the middle of a sentence about talking to me about my run for governor, and then you just forget it. You're so drunk. Listen to me. No.
Even express.
Okay,
Listen,
and I'm going to win, and I'm going to be the next governor. I'm going to execute you.
Howard,
That's the first guy I'm executing is
Howard,
you. You drunk?
Admit it to the rest of the people. Admit it that your run for governor is
you're so
the most extreme joke that I've ever seen.
Well, coming from a drunk,
nothing more ridiculous.
Listen to me. Coming from a drunk, I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, right. Take it with the reserve. Okay.
You have the attention span of Christy Brinkley.
But
and I'll tell you why.
when the time comes, okay, for you to reveal your financials and all of that, are you gonna do it?
No.
Are you ready?
No, I will not.
To do it?
No, I won't.
Of course not.
So who's going to stop me?
And if I was you, I wouldn't do it either.
That's right. So then what are you worried about?
Well, because,
I don't have to do that.
The people who are, striving to become like the governors or presidents or whatever, they have to reveal that kind of information.
They reveal it because they don't have any money.
You will never reveal that.
Of course not.
Right. So give it up. Just walk away from that.
Oh, shut up, you drunk.
Well, come on.
Let me tell you something.
What other choices do you have?
You don't know anything about it. You don't know anything about it.
Oh, I don't. So I'll come out and run on a libertarian party line.
I can't take this guy.
Why are you talking to him? The worst thing to do is try to argue with a drunk.
He drives me crazy.
Do it.
Because I have to get through to him.
Believing in some kind of a meditation.
He makes me crazy. Now he's on transcendental meditation. Let me go yell at him for that. That's how dare he bring up my thing. Hey, what did you say about meditation? You don't. The one thing you.
Well, that's what you were proclaiming.
The one thing you could use is meditation.
Right.
And you don't even look to raise yourself up from the gutter.
But did you forget about it when, when Clinton was about to become the president?
Forget about meditation?
You were talking about the candidate, some stupid candidate from
what is he doing?
I don't know.
Party.
I'm trying to understand.
I don't know what the party was. You know it. What the party was.
He's such a retard, this guy.
But I never heard of it. Right? This meditation business.
No, Libertarian Party.
Okay.
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, wait a minute. There was a transcendental meditation candidate.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
That you supported.
Who said I supported it?
His mother did.
My mother did. You're so drunk you don't even know what you're listening to.
No. I remember it very
My mother supported it. I supported Clinton.
Right.
Retard.
Right. And you were talking against George Bush, how screwed up he was. And when I was telling you about, Tipper Gore.
Oh, all right. Listen.
Coming up, our ways.
I never had a political discussion with you.
Talking about you
know what this guy does? He sits and listens to the radio and talks to the radio.
He's talking to you.
And he thinks he's talking to me. He never had a discussion with me.
No.
You could keep him there for 20 minutes and he'll keep talking.
You remember that?
No, I'm not even talking to him. Do I remember that? Listen, let me tell you what happens to you, and I hope you understand this because you're such a drunk.
Try me.
Are you a drunk? Yes. Am I right?
Of course, yes.
Of course, okay. Listen to me. You sit by your radio and you listen and you think you're talking to me when you're not. Do you understand that? Do you understand how far gone you are?
Do I ever think that I was talking to you? I never cared about you. Never.
All right, okay. All right.
I cared about
You're obsessed with me.
Okay, go ahead.
You're obsessed with me. You listen 24 hours a day. You think about me 24 hours a day.
No, come on.
And you call this radio station every 5 minutes.
And I dream of you. Like all these girls with the big chest are sitting there and waiting for Howard to become their savior.
Is that what you want to do? You want to come down here and take off your clothes?
No way.
You want to come in here naked?
Yeah. Why don't you ask me what I wear?
What do you wear?
Right?
Well, what do you wear? I asked you. Well, I asked you, what do you wear?
How big is my, little thing down there or something, right? I mean, that's all you know.
What are you drinking this morning? Let's talk about something you do know. What do you drink? Tell me what you're drinking this morning.
I'm not drinking anymore, just milk.
What were you drinking? What were you drinking this morning?
Before that, I was drinking beer, and I was, smoking pot.
Now he's drinking milk. Ugh.
Oh, imagine his breath.
Or his stomach. What's going on in
disgusting,
there?
Right.
What do you eat?
And you can use it against me if you want to, okay?
All right.
But the 9% that you got in that Harry's Paul is kind of reflective of your,
Harry's
popularity. Isn't it?
What?
The 9% that you got in that Harry's Paul.
Yeah, what about the 52% I got in the Prodigy?
Yeah,
Paul?
right, on the Prodigy.
Oh, that's funny. What percent did you get? What percent did you get? Let me see what you get when you run.
I would never run for a governor.
You'll do nothing except drink and smoke pot all day. That is what you will do.
Maybe.
And listen to me and dream of being me.
I managed to, to do things about my business, okay?
All right.
And to, kind of survive.
Are your parents alive?
Do things that I need to do. Okay?
Are your parents alive?
My mother is alive.
And did she build a spaceship to escape you, or is she still on this planet?
Right.
Where is your mother?
And, the way I feel about you, I feel like you came from Mars.
All right, let me tell you something. You better thank God I came from Mars, because you would have nothing to do all day. Let me tell you something about me. Not only do you sit and I hit the button and goodbye.
Okay,
Goodbye.
No, then...
That's it. So your profanity, I'm not going to listen to. I had to hit the delay. Use the F word. The F word. The nastiest of all words.
He can keep you going for like an hour.
You see, let me tell you something. Unlike Madonna and Letterman, if he was really upset about her using the F word, he would have thrown her right off that stage. That's what I did with him. I threw him right off. Now he's like Madonna. I watched that.
Madonna appearance.
I got a tape of Madonna on Letterman, and I'm going to tell you something. It was very entertaining. I don't know what anyone's talking about. I mean, he sits there.
Really? Let me see it, because everybody's complaining about it.
No, it was wonderful. It was funny. It was provocative.
Might as well be scripted.
Of course.
Exactly
it was
what everybody knew what happened.
It was wonderful. And it was terrific. I mean, she was very funny. She was provocative. And you saw the ratings. And I guarantee you he'd have her on tomorrow night if she would come back.
Absolutely. And she'd say more words.
Yeah. It was terrific. He was uncomfortable. He acts like he never heard the F word.
He does his squirming bit.
Yeah, the squirming. He gets this, outrage.
Do you know this is to be broadcast?
Yeah. He acts like, you talk about a guy who acts like he's on another planet. It's like, oh, my goodness. Ooh.
Like he can't see the cameras there. Do you know this is for broadcast?
Meanwhile, Morty's behind Letterman with a sign saying, say it again.
Yeah, right. No, they showed Morty during the broadcast. He was busy on Morty is the producer of the Letterman show, and he stands in front of Letterman. And he's on the telephone the whole time.
He's got that head thing on with the little mouthpiece.
Yeah, this time he had the headset and the telephone. How he hears the telephone, I don't know, because he's got the headset on. And God knows who he's talking to. In the middle of the Madonna thing, he's on the phone. I think he's making a date.
The headset's to the control room. The phone's to his house in Italy.
I guess. You should see him. You'd think he was doing something. He's on the phone. He's on the headset. He's on...
Looks like a commodities trader.
Yeah. Hey, you know. They flash to him, because they're trying to show that people are wigging out.
Yeah.
And Morty is on the phone, and I never saw such damage control. Meanwhile...
Who could he be talking to? That wasn't live.
If Madonna announced she was going on the Jay Leno show tomorrow, I guarantee you he'd have her on and he'd be happy about it. And I guarantee you Letterman would be upset. I hear Morty, nobody recognizes Morty at these parties, these fancy parties he goes to, so he wears the headset and the telephone to the parties. So people say, hey, wait a second, he must be important. Yeah, he's a very important guy. That's the guy from Letterman on the phone all the time.
I recognize him because of the headset.
I didn't realize it was attached to his head.
I told you what happened when I talked to about Morton about Gary. Did I tell you about it?
No.
I saw him at a party, and I said, and he goes, where's Gary? I go, Gary's out with his wife for Valentine's Day. And he goes, what happened to him?
I got married. What happened?
What happened to him?
It's called getting responsibility. Believe me, I agree with Morty on that.
It never happened to Morty, I'll tell you that.
No way. You guy's smart. You talk about guys and women. Front page of the Daily News today is that Billy Joel left Christy Brinkley.
Yes. Now, what have you got to say about that?
Well, I have to say I'll quote Papa John Phillips. When I asked him one time on the air, I said, Papa John, you've had the most beautiful women in the world. And then when you get someone like Michelle Phillips and you marry her and stuff, who's gorgeous, why do you cheat? Why do you feel the need for other women? And he said, the parade never ends. It's endless. It's an endless parade. And I understood what it meant. And what that meant, for those of you who are thick, what that meant was, after a few years, no matter who it is that you're in the sack with, whether it's Christy Brinkley or Cindy Crawford or Elle McPherson, after a few years, it's just another crater. Am I right? It's just another one. Evidently.
I don't
Unbelievable.
think that's funny.
You shouldn't.
What that meant was, Robin,
yeah.
for those of you listening, that no matter who you're with, the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yeah, because you can't get prettier than Christy Brinkley.
It's just another crater.
Oh. Well, they now admit that they have been living apart since Thanksgiving. What is so funny, John?
John laughs like a mongoloid.
This whole show is funny.
The whole thing is funny.
I just wish I could see it through his eyes.
No, you don't. His coma-induced eyes? Well.
Yeah, after this whole death-defying thing with the helicopter, now they announced that they're separated.
Well, evidently, Robin, from what I read here, they've been separated since November.
Yes, Thanksgiving was when they split.
But because of Alexa Ray Joel.
Yes.
The daughter.
The super daughter.
The super daughter to the supermodel.
And the superstar.
Right. They decided to keep it a secret. Why these couple of months would help, I don't know.
She didn't need to know?
I guess not. But really, you say to yourself, boy, if I could be married to Christy Brinkley, And I guess after 9 years, Billy decided to go looking for a woman who could complete a sentence. But
Not a woman who saves lives?
Yeah, right. He doesn't want a woman who can save lives. He wants someone who can complete a sentence. So, but I don't know. You feel bad for the kid, Alexa Joel.
Yeah.
That's her superhero name, Joel.
Well, that's from the other planet.
They should wrap the kid in a blanket and send her to another planet, like Superman did.
At least she could go to a good family, like
right.
Ma and Pa Kent.
Right.
Who need a child and want to stay together.
You bet.
Yeah.
But anyway, there you have it. And what's my take on it? In other words, it really is true, I guess, that no matter how good-looking the woman, you get sick of her.
Because you figured Billy Joel left his first wife, the wife who helped him become a star, after saying, "You're always a woman to me."
Yeah, writing all those love songs.
He loves it just the way she is.
Yes.
But she must have been a dog.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Me neither. I don't know. I never saw her.
All I know is that she was a regular girl.
She must have looked like what Billy Joel could get in real life if he couldn't play the piano.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he went and sat in bars and played the piano every time he saw a model come in, and he finally scored Christy Brinkley.
And now she's 40, and there's younger models out there.
You know, there was a lot to that, I think. I don't really remember, but I think his first wife was his drummer's wife before his wife.
I don't
Is
know.
that right, Kerrigan?
I don't. It seems like there's way too many women fighting over a troll.
His first wife was his manager for a long time.
Yeah, I know. You know, because he's not a great-looking guy. But boy, oh boy, if your kids want to take piano lessons, or actually they're taking piano lessons and they're showing little interest, show them a poster of Billy Joel and then show them the women he gets. And I guarantee you they'll stick to those piano lessons. That is the reality of learning an instrument.
Yeah.
If you are good at it, you could get any girl you want. But a guy who looks like that could get Christy Brinkley.
Look at Billy Joel, really good.
Yeah, I mean, take a good look and get a full-size poster. He's about 5 feet tall.
He's got like a thyroid condition.
Yeah, his eyes are popping. It looks like a thyroid
and
condition.
the bags now under the eyes. He's got to wear a beard to cover up a halfway.
Not only get her, but eventually cast her off and move on to the next one.
And why he cast her off, he says, or she says, or whatever the reports were in the newspaper, that he basically, he didn't want to give up the life of the road where there are groupies and action and fun.
Well, there were always rumors that he was running around anyway.
Imagine ditching Christy Brinkley to look for a trophy wife.
Yeah, imagine that. Jesus Christmas.
He doesn't know what holiday to call it.
Jesus Christmas. He's a pisser. Jackie's a party. I don't know. It's wild. It's wild.
Will they get back together, you think?
No.
No getting back together.
That's why she was in that helicopter.
Yeah. She was hella skiing. Hella skiing.
I read that article, and it was exactly what I said. They were using the helicopter as a ski lift, so they didn't have to be with regular people.
Right. That's exactly it. Let me tell you something. The taxpayers should have left him laying there on the side of the mountain to die in the cold. Because it's ridiculous.
Oh, look at the mortal skiing.
Yeah, they have to go ski somewhere. I mean, these people are crazy. A friend of mine was skiing. He says the other day, one of these guys killed himself at one of the ski places because he had a ski where it was restricted from not skiing because he wanted to challenge the trees or something.
Right, he had to have the ultimate experience.
And Christy Brinkley, she can't ski with everyone else. She's going to go hella skiing. Got to be alone.
And they have a helicopter taking them up and down the mountain.
Helicopter wasn't invented for that. Believe me.
The helicopter takes them up, they ski down, then it takes them up again. Oh, isn't this great? We don't have to be with people.
Boy, how great would it have been for him if she had died in that crash and then he wouldn't have to pay divorce or alimony.
He could keep her money, his money.
Oh, boy. Ooh, that would be lucky.
That's why he rushed there. Unfortunately, she was in good shape.
Oh, no. You're alive.
She was sitting up when he got there.
What's worse, you're a hero.
Oh, man, I can't even dump you and fight for the money now.
Got to go through all that hell with the lawyers.
I might as well just give it to you.
Yeah. All right. Let me take a break here. Oh, John, I just wanted to say to you, just to clear up for the record, John has put out a CD.
Stuttering John.
Stuttering John.
Did I do something wrong?
What?
Did I do something wrong?
Well, I've read 2 interviews with you so far. There's one in the Daily News today with...
David Hinckley?
David Hinckley.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I thought
I'm talking to you. Why are you mumbling?
I'm getting worried.
He's trying to apologize already. He doesn't even know what he did.
He's apologizing. And I saw another interview with you in Chauncey's Stepping Out.
Yeah.
And in both cases, they ask you the question. They say to you, I'm going to quote, because I want to refresh your memory.
Yeah. I thought I said everything.
Before you make me sound like a jerk in these articles, like I'm some kind of stupid idiot. You tell the same story in both one identically because most of these articles are about me. So they ask John, what about Howard? What has Howard's input been? And John, of course, says, Howard thinks my music is great. He encouraged me. He only called me 3 times in my life, and one of them was to tell me that I had great music. I don't recall the other 2 phone calls, but I guess I did.
One time you want me to pick up a belt.
Pick up a belt?
Yeah,
right. All right, so I've called you 3 times. Once was to pick up a belt.
And one time was to pick up some stuff in the city.
Yeah, well, that would be funny if you included that in the story.
I do say that.
All right. Anyway. Then he says, Howard suggested I call the band John.
Yeah. Because
people might talk about the connection to him and not focus on the music. But I figured, well, this is the name of the band.
No, that's not what I said.
And if it were... Yes, it is. You've already said it twice. And if it were just John, there might be some people who wouldn't know it was me. Now, so it makes me... So in other words, he didn't take my advice. he called the band Stuttering John instead of John. Is that what you conclude?
Yes, I would say that's what he said.
Now, let me tell you the history of this.
No, but
John asked,
right.
Excuse me.
All right, but
excuse me. Don't defend anything. I'm not asking you to defend. I'm telling you something.
Yeah,
Here's the way it went.
I just didn't understand what I said wrong.
I'm going to tell you right now if you shut up, if you stop fumfering.
I'm so careful with these. I
just want to give you a sense of history.
Okay.
John said to me, what do you think would be a good name for my band? I forget what he called himself, the Green Pickle. I don't get a name. Rock Slide, Pilgrim's End or something. Bad Trees. I mean, he had all these lame names for his band. So I said, you want my idea for a name? Call the band Stuttering John.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, oh, yeah. I said, Stuttering John is a great name. I said, even better, a cool name would be John. So I offered him 2 choices for names of his band, Stuttering John or John. Those are my contributions. Yes. So I said, the reason you might want to go with John, if you really want to be taken seriously with your music, it's a good way to get away from the whole Stuttering John thing. But quite frankly, if you call yourself Stuttering John, at least you get all that publicity from the Howard Stern show, and, so it's a double-edged sword. If you go with John, you don't get as much publicity. People aren't aware when they see it on the shelf that it's Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show, or you go with John. So I offered him 2 choices. Now the story is John had a name for his band, Stuttering John, and I told him to call it John.
Yeah.
But, of course, they didn't use that.
Oh, no, Howard.
No. Here's what you say. This is how you are interviewed.
Okay, but let me just defend myself.
How did you get the name for your band?
Stuttering John.
How did you get it? Who gave you the name?
You're the one who gave me the name.
That's not what it says in the paper. On 2 occasions it says,
no.
Howard told me to call the band John.
Howard,
assuming that you came up with the name Stuttering John.
No. Oh, all right. I understand.
All right, very good.
No. Come on.
There's nothing to explain. I've seen you interview
you got to
twice.
defend myself at least once.
Why?
There's nothing to defend.
Oh, no. I just want to explain something.
Explain what?
Their question is, the whole preface of this situation is when they go to me.
What?
The what? The whole preface?
What did you say?
Sounds like a helicopter.
The whole preface?
How this comes about is...
No, tell me something. The whole preface?
The whole premise... I don't know. Is it, what? How would you say that?
The whole premise.
The whole premise of this is because they say to me, do you feel that, by calling it Stuttering John, you're going to be perceived as a goof? And I said, yeah, even Howard...
I'm not talking about that. I am talking about... But when you tell the story of... If they ask you that question, you say, well, Howard was... I got my name, Stuttering John. Howard said, hey, what a good name to call your band, Stuttering John, or call it John.
Okay.
Howard suggested maybe just calling it John to get away from that, but I liked his selection of Stuttering John better.
Okay, I thought it was cool.
Be quiet. You don't know how to tell a story. That's the problem. You fump it too much.
Yeah, I'm not a good storyteller.
Yeah, you really think with all this going on they could understand what John was saying?
I don't know.
I thought it was cool that you suggested John, and
John was a good name,
and the label was even calling me John. That's it was John on all the press.
But I suggested Stuttering John as well.
Yeah, all right. Then
you don't remember?
No, but it isn't. It's out of context because they just say the question they ask.
No. I understand
the question they asked me is, are you afraid that you're going to be perceived as a goof? And then I say, well, even Howard was afraid of that. That's
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Howard offered me 2 names, Stuttering John and John.
I wish you would have.
He told me the pros and cons of John and Stuttering John.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I thought it was.
Well, for goodness sakes, you make it sound like, I overruled Howard.
No, I did. I just.
Yeah.
You know what the saddest part of this whole thing is? After John did the interview with Chauncey, Chauncey faxed him the interview. John poured over it like a blind man over Brow.
Right.
To make sure there was nothing that would irritate you.
Well, it irritates me.
I'm sorry.
It makes it seem like I'm some kind of dope.
Can I say one thing? I've done a lot of interviews, and I never pissed you off once. You know what I'm saying? So and this is in 5 years.
It's not a big piss off. I'm just correcting history.
Okay, I'm sorry, man.
All right. To read this quote.
But read the good stuff that I said.
No, I'm not interested in the good stuff. Listen to this. He says, his connection to Stern has had a mixed impact on Melendez. He lost a record deal a few years ago, he says. He didn't lose any record deal.
No.
You never lost a record deal. He lost a record deal over me because I sent him out to ask Chastity Bono questions.
With who?
With Chastity Bono.
Yeah, she has a company.
You remember this situation?
Chastity Bono is a
Geffen Records artist.
A Geffen Records artist.
Yeah.
And John had some lawyer he was hanging around with. The lawyer wasn't doing anything.
Right.
No, he was.
What was he doing for you?
He was all the big labels.
Yeah, good. Yeah, sure.
So Geffen was going to take him? Is that what
No,
you're
a bunch of labels showed up.
So a bunch of labels showed up, and what happened?
So he was setting up showcases, and he was really behind the band. No money, no charge.
Yeah.
Big lawyer, Bon Jovi's lawyer, Skid Row's lawyer, Cher's lawyer, and I don't regret it at all. I just Gary remembers this. I asked Tracy Bono if she ever French kissed her mom, pissed her off, pissed Cher off. So he said he'll never work with me ever again. And,
but
because
you didn't lose a record deal.
Yeah, well,
you had no record deal.
For a record deal, but
please, he had no record deal. He obviously shopped you around and nothing happened.
He lost the lawyer.
But now say what I said though. I said, but
no, I read what you said.
And then I said, but
being with Howard has helped a lot more than it's hurt.
Yeah.
So what? It's got my name out there. Of course, it got your name out there. You wouldn't even be involved with the first lawyer if it wasn't for me. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, stop it.
And then read what I said at the end of it, Howard.
What? What did you say? I'm not interested.
Oh, come on.
Let me see this. So maybe when Stuttering John gets big, Stern's band Pig Vomit can open. Well, that's very nice.
No, I said...
Isn't that nice?
Right before that, I said how supportive you've been and how you've encouraged me. Come on.
Let's see. No one has been more supportive of my music. Very good. All right. Well, that's good.
Did you see the? Did you see the credits on the album?
No, I have not seen those.
Okay.
I have not seen them. Why? Is there something I should see on there?
I thank you. You're the first.
Prominently thanked.
I hope my whole family was thanked.
Yes, it was. And Gary asked me why. I said,
John is a kook. You don't need to put the thank yous on the album. He thanked not only me, but my wife, my kids, everyone.
Your mother and father.
My mother and father he thanked.
What, for having you?
Yeah.
He thanked everybody's wife.
Didn't he thank your wife as well?
My wife.
What did your wife have to do with any of that?
She saw him once.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
She just said he thanked
John, I like your music. I like the record. I think it's good.
John took the...
I just wanted to clear up. I wasn't coming down on you. I wanted to clear up the history of your name before it gets too muddled here.
Okay, then I will. Well, I always say you gave me the name Stuttering John.
But you don't say that in the paper.
But I do.
You say that I gave you the name John after I heard the name Stuttering John.
You say it until they're ready to write it down, is what you say.
Yeah. You say it to me, but not to the reporter.
You started calling me Stuttering John.
I'm not talking about that. I came up with the name for your band. I'm very proud of that.
Okay.
I said you call your band Stuttering John.
No, it's true.
I said even a cooler name is John.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry.
All right. That's right.
I'll remember that.
That's right. That's right. Right, Robin?
You did name him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I give you credit, man.
I think. Well, here you do. You don't, certainly in the press. You say, Howard gave me the name Stuttering John. He also said, hey, another good name might be John.
I'm glad you correct me, because I don't want to keep doing it. I want to make sure.
You keep making that same mistake, because you don't remember.
All right.
I do have a horrible memory, man. Sometimes I forget little things like that.
All of a sudden, the important thing.
Memory stutter.
Yeah, well, I basically figured Howard was wrong on that one.
No, I thought you were right.
No, well, it doesn't say that in the paper, Johnny boy.
All right, man.
All right, thank you. Now get out of here before I throw up from the inside of you. Robin, I have to take a break.
Okay. I think you should take a break after that.
I need a break. Who's coming in today?
Diane Parkinson and possibly somebody else, but I don't want to mention it until they get here.
Possibly someone.
Yeah, I know who he means. Diane Parkinson. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just ask her. She thinks she's going to wear a mini dress. She wears no panties.
No
she's the girl from The Price is Right.
How do you know she wears no panties?
Because John and I saw.
Yeah, she doesn't wear panties.
Really?
Trust
her in the guest lounge.
She did the Sharon Stone thing.
Didn't you see that magazine?
The only reason I'm having her in is I want something off her. All I want to do is lift her dress up, pull her pants, pull down her stockings, and massage her ass.
I got to tell you, you may not have to get involved with stockings.
Really? Why?
Because I don't think she wears any.
Is that right?
There's that one picture of her in a magazine. I'm going
to tell you something. She better give me something, or else I'm throwing her out of here. I have nothing left to talk to her about. I just want some sugar. Right, Robin?
It's sugar time.
That's right. It's sugar time.
You've been through all the preliminaries. You've done the foreplay.
Yeah, I want sex. And I suspect she wants it.
Well, this is like your fourth date. The first right. You were really good on.
Yeah, now this time I'm going for it.
Time.
I'm not even going to have any foreplay. I'll tell her, sit down on my chair and give me some sugar.
You want to rub you down?
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get her naked and rub her down. I want to rub her down.
You have the oil.
Yeah. Get my hands on that. I'll go for the gusto. I want some action this time. I'm throwing her right out of here.
Well, we'll see how far you get.
How many more?
She always goes, oh, Howard, you're so sweet.
How many more questions can I ask her?
And if she gives you any trouble, you say, hey, you should list all the other celebrities that have gotten naked for you.
Right.
Tula, Sally Kirkland.
Right. Not to mention Tula.
And Sally.
And Sally. And there were others.
Tony Katane.
Right.
She didn't get named.
Yeah, but you can say that.
It doesn't have to be true, does it? All right, let me take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Is it 100 degrees in here, or am I hallucinating? I'm wearing a T-shirt and I'm dying. You hot?
I think it's kind of chilly in here.
Yeah, I put some...
Maybe I'm sick.
Yeah, because I'm freezing.
Let's move. Nice catch.
Yeah, here, you want some?
Oh!
I didn't catch anything for your information. I wasn't up drinking beer last night.
That's why he's healthy and not sneezing.
I know. Notice he's not sneezing.
I'm fine.
I know. Makes me ill.
Drives you crazy.
It does. Hey, guess who won an Emmy?
Who?
Dan.
Oh, congratulations.
It's pretty cool. I was talking to Dan Foreman, the executive producer of Channel 4 News last night.
Did they have some special ceremony?
Yeah, they had a local Emmys. I heard it was wild.
Really?
Well, I read about it in the newspaper.
Well, what goes on there?
Sarah Purcell, is that her name? No, not Sarah Purcell.
She's from the Home Show.
Sarah Lee Kessler? Yeah. Sarah Lee Kessler, right?
From Channel 5.
Channel 9?
Channel 9.
Oh, Channel 9, okay.
Sarah Lee Kessler, is that her name, Sarah Lee? Because that sounds like the cookie or whatever, the cake. Yeah, Sarah Lee, she eats stuff. She sure does. That's probably why they fired her.
That's why they named her.
So Sarah Lee Kessler, who works at Channel 9 News, which is like working at, I don't know, at the worst news possible.
She used to. I think they dumped her.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
Sarah Lee Kessler worked at the Channel 9 News. Was working there for like 17 years. We know her because when we worked at Channel 9, we used to run into her all the time.
Yeah.
I had lunch with her one day.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you two were so close.
Yeah, nice lady. She had lunch with a bunch of us. We were sitting in that cafeteria there, and she came over and sat with us. Which she was one of the few people at Channel 9 willing to sit with us.
Yeah, she would actually speak to us.
Yeah. She was actually, was it Sarah Lee Kessler who did that?
She would always, whenever we were in the cafeteria, she would always come and sit with us, and no one else would.
Yeah, well, who cared?
I wouldn't sit with you.
Yeah, Robin never sat with me in the cafeteria. So there you go. Actually, it was annoying when she'd come over to sit and eat with us because I just wanted to hang out and think and collect my thoughts before I went in to tape the TV show, and she'd be yentering it up. You want to do I teach a course at college. You want to do it, Howard?
Well, John and I ended up doing that course.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh. And every time I went to eat there, she was there. I have a feeling she was always in the lunchroom. I think she ate 3 times a day just in the lunchroom. That's lunch. Yeah, that was just lunch.
She had 3 lunches?
I think she ate lunch 3 times a day.
Had her own busboy.
She had her own busboy, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't know if she did or didn't. But nice lady, but she was a little gabby for my taste. Certainly should have dropped 10, 15 pounds, I think, as an anchor woman. That's my opinion.
What does weight have to do with the news?
What does anything have to do with the news except looking good?
No room for graphics.
No room for graphics.
The point is,
Oh, man.
the point is you're on TV because you're good looking. That's the only reason.
Well, I think she was trying to break that mold.
A lot of women get on the news and they think they're not supposed to be good looking.
They're news women.
Yeah, like Perry Peltz at Channel 4 News used to be gorgeous.
Look at her now.
Yeah. She wants to be considered serious. Does serious equal ugly?
She took over for Betty Freenet. She's beginning to look like her.
Yeah, unbelievably. She aged 25 years. Grow out your hair again. Put a little makeup on. Doll yourself up, sweetness.
She does not look.
Speaking of which, we should say a fond farewell to Pat Harper, who died while we were on vacation.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, Pat Harper died.
Pat Harper and Betty Freenet.
What did Pat Harper die of?
She was in Spain. She had a heart
attack.
She was 59 years old.
Over.
So anyway, these are local news people. For those of you listening out of town, but you can relate. Your news people are the same. Makes no difference. They're all puppet heads.
Yeah, they made a big deal about hiring Pat Harper from, what was she, from Channel 11?
Yeah.
Because she was so old at Channel 4 when they hired her.
Yeah.
And look, they just fired her. She died.
They didn't fire her. She left.
Well, their contract was up. They didn't renew it. Same difference.
No, she left. She retired.
She really did?
Yep.
She wanted to leave?
Yep.
After that great Bag Lady series?
She had had enough. She really retired, and she was living in Spain. And that's what happens when you live in Spain. You always die young. You have a heart attack in Spain, you're gone. You think Spain has good medical care? Spain. That's where they're on siesta day and night. Spain. I think the country closes down from noon to 4 so people can nap. I mean, what kind of country is that?
What kind of country needs to nap all that time?
Imagine you go over to Spain and you have a little bit of motivation. You would own the planet. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. So she went off to Spain, and I'm sure it was just a mild problem, but in Spain there's no medical care.
Becomes a major problem.
Yeah. Gas becomes a major problem. Yeah. Cold turned into a heart attack. So anyway...
So these Emmys.
Yeah. So anyway, I felt real good because how we know Dan is Dan was the producer of our Channel 9 television show.
That's right.
And I always felt Dan was very talented. I couldn't prove it to anyone because he worked at Channel 9. So when he took the job at Channel 4, I was real excited. And in a year, the ratings have gone up, and Dan, there he was, a triumphant moment. Him and Chuck Scarborough, the anchorman, went up on stage and accepted an Emmy. Isn't that exciting?
I think it's wonderful. I'm very proud of Dan.
It was like Goofus and Gallant being up on stage. The beautiful Chuck Scarborough and Dan.
And then Dan.
Yeah, but Dan has brought the ratings way up, so I was very happy for him. And I said, you know, Dan, I believed in you all along, which is great.
He always swore that Channel 9 had Emmys, too, but who cares?
Yeah, and that's what I said to him. I said, hey, Dan, is an Emmy really that important when Channel 9 News used to win them all the time? I'm at the top of my craft. I'm number one. Because Dan would always be nervous when we were taping our TV show. He's always nervous. So he was like, I'm number one.
Nowhere to go but down.
Hurting my credibility.
This is worse. Now we're on top. I gotta keep the numbers up.
More pressure. More pressure.
What?
More pressure.
More pressure.
I put pressure cooker in here. I'm kind of loud.
Longer hours.
Because Dan is at Channel 4 day and night running the news.
He loves to do that. But he always sits in racquetball and card playing.
Yeah.
How does he do that?
Well, I'll give him credit. He didn't go to Atlantic City with me last week.
Well, there's something.
He had to turn it down. You all right, Gary?
I'm really cold. I apologize.
Gary is sitting here while I'm talking, blowing hot air into his hands like a football player.
My hands are freezing.
Yeah, but Gary, I mean, I'm trying to do a show.
All right, I'll
Put
leave.
on gloves or something.
Just call me when you're ready.
Yeah, okay.
You were supposed to talk to me like an hour ago. I said, just going to leave. That's fine. Don't worry.
He's like he's blah, blah, blah.
He's warming
It really
himself.
is cold.
It's just really hard for me to do a show watching a guy with his big lips blowing on his hand. I mean, really, no offense. Wrap your lips around yourself. You'll be warm.
Oh.
Guy's sitting there like
cold in here.
It's not cold at all.
It's a little air conditioned, but it's comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I put the air down because it was 190 degrees in here. But I mean, God, I mean, you look over at Gary and like you're trying to be funny and stuff. It's like a comedian working a room, and then you look over and you see the guy in the front row just blowing on his hands and like ignoring you. I mean, he's trying to keep warm while you finish talking.
Go ahead, you do a show.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm cold.
Go ahead, do a show. I'm so cold. I don't want to go to sleep. Hey, Bob, can I run in place?
I think all the blood must be rushing through his teeth. Yeah, why did he get up and run in place? How funny would that be? While I'm talking, he could just run in place.
I will do jumping jacks for you.
Hey, Gary, come in here and run in place in front of me.
That'll keep him warm.
Yeah, I want him to run in place. I want a challenge. You know, I'm sick of doing radio. I want to see if I can do a radio show while he runs in place and not be
Come
distracted.
in, Gary.
Oh, screw him. I don't want him in here.
We figured out a way to keep him warm now.
So anyway, Dan got the Emmy, so he stood up there.
Thank you very much.
So I said, what did you say? What did you say to all the news people?
Speech.
No.
He said,
Is that on tape?
he says, I don't know if it's on tape. He goes, well, we got up there, and Chuck Scarborough started to talk, and I stood there, and I said to myself, oh, I could say something, but anything I say will be, Chuck's the star, and if I say anything,
I'll make him look bad.
now if I say anything, it'll make him look like, everyone will, whatever I say will not be good enough.
Nobody will care.
So I'll do the cool thing, and I'll just say anything.
Oh, he didn't say a word?
He didn't say a word. He didn't say anything. He just accepted his Emmy.
He always unsung Dan for me.
Yeah, unsung. But he thought that was cool because he said anything he would have said would have been stupid.
Lay back.
I said, believe me, if Chuck opens his mouth and it doesn't sound stupid, anything you say would be a welcome relief.
Dan's brilliant. Yeah.
I didn't say anything. Well, you know how, like, you watch the Academy Awards and, like, there's a big star goes up and all the guys who work the big star behind the scenes, they all go up with him?
Yeah, the producers.
And the big star always talks and the producers just... and then they come up and they start droning on sometimes, and you don't care.
Yeah.
He felt like no one would care if he said anything, so.
I can hear him.
Yeah. I would have gone up there. If I was Dan and that was my moment and I was given, and I got an Emmy, I would take it. I would say, thank you. I want to thank the Academy, even though this is an Emmy. I want to, first of all, introduce myself. My name is Dan Foreman. I'm the guy who works Chuck's head every night while that puppet head just sits there and reads off a teleprompter. I'm busting my balls all day.
Think of me as a marionette.
Yeah. I'm Paul Winchell to his Jerry Mahoney. This dumb blonde bastard can hardly talk, and I give him something to say, and I want to say, thank God you recognize me.
Where's my kudo? And so is Knucklehead Smith.
Yeah.
Very funny, man.
Well, he really likes Chuck a lot, and he likes Sue, so.
Dan likes everybody.
Yeah. Except Jackie. All right. Anyway, so.
No talent there.
I don't see it.
I don't get it.
Myself, I don't see it.
You gotta go with him, Howard. Go with him, but
I think it's better.
Nah, I think he even likes you, Jackie.
Thank you, Bo.
So anyway, I wanted to share that with you.
Well, I'm very happy for Dan. I would have made a whole speech about how he went totally unrecognized.
Yeah, and still does.
At Channel 9, and that he produced one of the greatest shows ever to come out of local television.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That was totally disrespected.
Yeah, and never received an Emmy.
And now he has proved his credibility.
See, I wanted Dan to really get up and just say, when I worked on Howard's show, we never got credibility, but I'll tell you something. We submitted shows for Emmy nomination, and all of you would sit around and watch the full hour
and laugh
your ass off, and then you wouldn't nominate the show for an Emmy. You bastards.
How dare you.
And that is why I'm refusing to take my Emmy.
I spit on your Emmy.
Maybe he should have had you come and accept his Emmy for it.
That would have been cool.
Give it to the Indians.
All right. I'd like to bask in my glory, but I hate you.
Normally, this would be a happy occasion. Well, I have to say that I was ignored by the Emmy for years.
Too much, too late.
Too much, too late.
You are not forgiven.
Too much, too late.
It's sad.
So I will stand here silently.
In protest.
He should have had me come up and accept his Emmy.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, real cool.
If he wanted somebody to stage Chuck Scarborough.
Right.
Who better than you?
I would have gone up. But I read in the newspaper that it was a wild thing because Sarah Lee Kessler, who had been let go by Channel 9, evidently, supposedly what I read, the news director wouldn't let her finish her audition tape or something like that, her resume tape. But I don't know if I even believe that. I mean, how much of a resume? Shouldn't she have a resume tape? I mean, shouldn't she have tapes of her show? Can't she go get a studio somewhere and do that? But anyway, so there was some kind of hard luck feelings there. So John Rowland, the news guy at Channel 5, he started yelling at the program director or the news director.
Of Channel 9?
Of Channel 9. And evidently it turned into an ugly scene.
Oh, man.
From the stage he started yelling.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So it was pretty good. And
they should televise that if it's going to be that exciting.
All those news people in that room, they couldn't figure out to televise that.
Yeah.
No tape.
A little reality.
No tape.
A little reality.
I'm sure it exists somewhere on tape, but they don't show it.
I have it in my basement.
That's anything outtakes?
I freeze frame it and look at myself.
So anyway, Dan won an Emmy.
Silent moment.
Yeah, I got to take a break, and then when we come back, we got a whole bunch of things to do. I'll take some phone calls and junk also, right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
All right, we have a lot to do today, but first, let me remind you of a couple of things. Jackie Platinum, Joke Page Martling, Saturday night, go see his big show at the world-famous Club Benet in Sayreville, New Jersey. For information, call the all-digital 516-9221. Also, if you want to order Jackie's new comedy CD, also available on cassette, only $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Call 1-800-323-5464. Jackie with that 1-800 number.
Thank you, Bob.
And also, I must make arrangements. We have to talk, Robin, on the air about what we're going to be doing in Albany because Gary has a whole list of things.
He now has some more questions.
Yes, we are going to Albany. People keep asking me, are we really going? Are we going up to the Libertarian Convention? Yes, we are. We hope our fans join us there for the big party convention. And I hope you are there to see me. Take
me? I'll be there.
Not you, I mean the audience. See me. Take my rightful place as the gubernatorial nominee for the Libertarian Party. Hopefully we'll get it on the first ballot. Nothing embarrassing going on.
Well, we did pick our bus yesterday.
Yeah, we were back in our office picking the tour bus. So when we, it's great. When we actually drive to Albany on Friday, you will see. In fact, I know a lot of people are planning to follow our tour bus.
Oh, it's going to be like a tailgate party.
A tailgate party. A lot of listeners already called. Can we follow the bus in our cars? I said, well, I'm not going to stop you. It's a caravan. But we even, usually we go on a short little bus, like the yellow retard bus.
Yeah.
But now we are going in a rock star bus. The governor will arrive in a rock star bus. In fact,
band bus.
Our bus sleeps 12.
That's right.
Did I hear that correctly yesterday?
It has 12 sleeping berths, as they call them.
So the governor may rest on his way to the
convention.
The governor can rest, and Robin, you can rest with me, because it'll be 12. Maybe Diane Parkinson will share a bunk with me. I'd love to get her. I actually, I'll tell her when she comes in what I did last night to her.
You actually do those things.
I had a great sexual fantasy.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway, we were going to discuss, after Diane comes in here, Diane has a few things to plug. Now, normally, I have Diane on the show way too much. I really do. Let's be honest.
In fact, there are very, very
prominent entertainers
and prominent entertainers who call all the time and ask to be on this show.
And I say no.
I won't mention any names.
Yeah.
Haven't even been on in a long time.
Right. They're guys, though.
No.
A lot of them are guys.
Most of them are guys.
All of them are guys. But she does something to me because as a young man, I always watch Price is Right, and I'd love to nail her. So the idea that something could happen. Let's bring in Diane.
Oh, she's here.
Yeah, Diane's here.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought this was a preliminary.
No preliminary. Let's get right to it.
Okay.
I always think something's going to happen between us. That's why I always have her in.
Well, let's see.
How much could happen in the studio, though, with Fred and Jackie in here?
Oh, anything could happen if you were wild enough.
Let me soak you in. Hold on.
You think that
Stop.
would inhibit Jackie if he were going to do something?
Nice dress. Mini dress.
Whoa.
Why are you wearing stockings?
Is she afraid to come in?
Can you go in the ladies' room and take off your stockings?
No, I won't.
You won't?
No.
Come on.
Anything else on.
What?
I don't have anything else on.
Underneath your stockings?
Well, no. Pantyhose. Robin, pantyhose are panties.
Pantyhose, right.
You know how you say you don't wear panties? Here it is. In the Skin magazine.
No.
They got a shot looking up your dress.
I had pantyhose.
Yeah, but there's a sheer. I see everything.
But the thing is, who would ever expect that some photographer would come in with a camera down here shooting real fast?
Some guy.
You think I was going to pose for something?
Diane put her feet up on a dress. Put her feet up on a desk. And she's wearing a mini skirt. And
it happens to all of us. We get.
And there's a picture of her private parts.
Oh,
right here. That's your private area right there. It's blown up. That's it.
It's just a little bit.
That's cute. You have the cutest private parts. So cute.
You guys are so bad.
I'm not bad. You love it.
Well, thank you very much. But I saw the one of Robin.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. Do you? No.
And there's Robin on the next page.
And when those
that's right. Yeah.
I don't care what you're wearing.
Yeah, all of a sudden
go through and show like nudity.
Look at you. I see your private parts.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, look at that. How cute.
Like you haven't enjoyed.
I had such a sex fantasy about you last night. What we were doing was so wrong.
Oh.
It was. What are you wearing? What is that in your hair?
She's always had that in her hair.
Those little beads.
I've always had it. 5 years.
Let me tug on that. Let me drag you across the floor with that. Look how you shave. You know what this is? This is one of those rare instances where a woman puts her feet up on a desk. She's wearing a miniskirt, and they snap the picture, and they see right up the dress.
The photographer probably didn't know he had that either.
No. I think she knew what she was doing. Diane knew what she was doing.
No. Do you know what? They had I think it was, I don't even give them credit, there was a magazine out about last year.
Yeah.
They had Elizabeth Taylor, Sophia Loren, every major star getting out of a car or getting, and if you've got one of these handheld things that are shooting, you're going to eventually get one shot where you'll get, and then they'll blow it up to like 8 by 10.
Right.
You know.
Oh, come on! I see how groomed you are and everything.
Well, of course, I'm very, very.
Very well groomed. You must shave
I don't.
Tell me about your shaving habits. You go in the shower.
Shave?
Yeah, you shave, right?
Shave here?
Yeah.
No.
You don't? You're that fair? You're that fair down there?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta have you. You're telling me you don't groom at all?
Well, I don't. I mean, I groom my body.
But you don't go. You don't have a razor blade in the shower.
No.
Really?
No waxing.
You have to.
My hands.
For your arms?
I have no
oh my God!
I have no hair.
Oh, wait a second. Let me feel this more.
No, but I have no hair on my body.
You shave your legs?
Actually, I don't have to.
Really?
Yes.
That's natural. What I'm seeing underneath here?
Well, Robin.
I once had a girl like you in high school.
You're doing
I had
fine.
a natural
He's
blonde.
making a fool of
I had a natural blonde in high school, and she, like you, had very little hair.
You can remember back that far.
And that turned me on.
Like, people always said, you know, you're like a hairless wonder, you know.
So
and I used to think it was bad.
So this was really weird. I had this dream last night. Not a dream. I was laying in bed, relaxing myself.
Be nice to Allison.
Forget Allison. Allison Schmallison. I have to have love.
I've got.
What is that?
Love on my sleeve.
Yeah, good. Forget that. You're taking that jacket off in a minute. So wait a second. So I'm laying in bed. I swear to God this is true. So I was thinking that you were coming in today, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, somehow I ended up at your hotel room, which is impossible because I don't know how I would end up at her hotel room. But it was under the premise like I had to do an interview with her or something, or I had to do something.
Okay.
She had a business proposition. And she wanted to talk to me about it.
You wind up at the hotel.
Yeah, you know, you made up some kind of weird...
Oh, so it wasn't your idea, it was hers.
Okay,
yeah.
I got a good one.
Yeah.
I'm negotiating to do a talk show for Playboy. So,
right.
So you came to, and I'm trying to talk you into being my first guest.
Right, and you just said to me, Howard, please stop by for 10 minutes because I really want to talk.
Just need to talk to you.
Yeah, which was fine, and I said, hey, you know, is it all business? Absolutely, you know, I really need advice, and if you could just give me 10 minutes of your time.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, why not? It's Diane. She's always been a friend and a good friend of the show.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're returning favors, that you're going to go give her 10 minutes of your time.
Yeah, I mean, come on. And plus, she's pretty and everything. And I figured, hey, why not? I'll go over. So I go over, right? And then because I'm married, she takes over. And
here you go. It's your rape fantasy.
Yeah.
I can do that with you.
I know. And then all of a sudden she says, you know, hey, listen, Howard, I know that you're married and stuff and how guilty you'll feel and all that, but you do want me, don't you? And I go, yeah, I really want you bad. All of a sudden, like, her hands are up above her head. Like, you know, like when like Jesus is like, you know, like...
I do that.
Like your hands are up and they're crossed and you're up there and you're naked against the wall.
Oh, you mean she's standing against the wall like that?
Naked.
Are they bound?
And
do you have a camera?
And then I say to her, and because I'm so paranoid, even in my fantasy, I go to her, listen, I want to do something special to you. But do you have any that I could possibly bring home to my wife?
Even in your fantasy.
Yeah, even in my fantasy, I'm checking her, and I go, well, maybe we should wait 3 days. I'll have a doctor check you out.
I have not dated in a year and 8 months.
Really? And you don't have anything? You don't have herpes or anything?
No, of course.
Perfect. Okay, because I'm really clean. I don't really want to get any of that.
But I thought I don't know what's happening in my life, but I haven't dated anybody for a year and 8 months.
Oh, you must be so horny. Are you really horny?
Well,
you're ready.
No, that has nothing to come.
So anyway, so I'm running through a checklist. I go, do you have? You are horny, aren't you? Come on, why don't you be honest and say you're horny?
Well,
you're horny. You can be honest.
Human.
You're human. You have needs.
I have needs.
Come over here. Let me massage you. Come on over. Let's stop fooling around. Let's have some massage time together.
But women have ways of taking care of things if they don't have.
Oh yeah, what do you got, a vibrator or something?
There's all.
Really? You have one, huh?
This show I did last night, Rolanda.
Yeah.
There was this woman that from San Francisco, and she had all these
vibrators,
sexual
toys.
And did you get horny?
One was amazing.
You had no idea those things existed, huh?
I knew.
Oh, she knows. She's not as innocent as she makes it out to be.
No, but I didn't know about this one, and the audience was so taken with it that she was giving them all out to the audience, and I went to it. I said, "Don't you have any left?"
Oh, really? And did you get one?
No, she'd given them all away. She said, "I didn't bring it."
Well, you are horny.
What
in the world could
Believe
that have been?
However horny you are, Robin is 10 times hornier.
Yeah, I want to know what it is.
It's like you can wear it all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She said she had it on.
You strap it on all day?
No, it goes around your waist, and I guess.
You wear it all day when you're at work and stuff?
Women can actually.
Really?
It doesn't make a lot of noise?
It doesn't make noise?
It's just.
It was overwhelming.
Telling you this.
Does it control it? You hold it in your pocket.
And does it control in your pocket, right?
Yes.
And you can vibrate it while you're at work and stuff.
Oh. She was on the plane.
See what I would do? I would hook you up to that, and then I would just start, and you would be tied up to the bed.
What are we talking about?
And then you would beg me to stop, and I wouldn't, and I'd keep vibrating you.
I keep looking at Robin.
Yeah, Robin's hornier than you are. What are you talking about, Robin? She ain't gonna help you.
We have these discussions all the time.
Robin has a vibrator with Bob Barker's face on it.
Yeah, I'm looking for something to tie it up with.
Yeah.
You'd be vaporized.
You'd be one satisfied little minky.
Would I be okay the next day, though?
Oh, you couldn't walk. You'd be walking around bow-legged. You'd walk around like there was a bowling ball between your legs. You would go nuts. All right, anyway. Oh, yeah, I would do everything to you. So anyway, last night I'm laying in bed.
Okay.
You know,
this is before we found out about this new toy.
Yeah, and I got like 50 napkins in bed with me and everything. And
napkins?
Oh, yeah, you know.
Oh, you mean really at home?
Yeah, I'm at home last night.
I thought we were still in the fantasy.
No, this was the fantasy. This is what I was doing it to. I was doing it to you last night.
But you were in a hotel.
You know I have my choice of anyone when I'm laying in that bed, and I chose you.
I'm very
You know how sick that is?
I'm very
That's all I want is you.
sick.
Oh, look at you. Can you take off your jacket, please?
No.
Oh, come on.
One of those tops that you're gonna
Oh, please, tease me.
There's not.
Don't tease me.
Here.
There really isn't. Let me see how you look.
What?
I can't see how you look.
Ta-da.
Oh, man.
I didn't show you.
After I was done with you.
I didn't show you my top.
You'd be covered in
not my
you
top.
would be that top would be covered in candle wax. And I don't mean candle wax. Anyway, so I'm laying in bed last night and I'm thinking about it. So then I end up in your hotel and you're naked against the wall and your arms are up in the air. And I'm taking you, and I'm doing... First, I check you out, and you got chlamydia. No, I don't have chlamydia. Do you have paramecium? No, I don't have paramecium. Whatever it is.
Paramecium?
Yeah, I know a guy who had that, paramecium.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't want any disease.
What was the other one?
Chlamydia?
Yeah. Oh, well, it sounds...
I don't know. But I know guys who've had that, and girls.
Well, guys give it to girls. They don't even know they have it.
Jungle rot.
Hello. Well...
Don't forget, I haven't had sex in 20 years. I'm free of all this.
Who knows? You might have been walking around like a carrier all this time.
Maybe.
Oh, God.
I don't think so.
Jungle rot, we have jungle.
You like that. So anyway, listen to me. Stop laughing so much. You're giggling like a teenager. That's exactly what would happen.
I'm a child woman.
You're a child woman.
I can't help that.
I know that.
I tried to change it.
I know it about you. What's that? That's a telephone.
No,
well, you're dizzy from love.
What is all this?
Those are the different markets and cities that we're on in.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
That has to impress a woman.
I'm very impressed with you.
Really?
In more ways than one.
Can I just rub your backside? Please, can I just massage it? Come over here and sit in my lap. No one will see. Come on, give me a break. I have to touch you. What? What's the big deal? You don't have a boyfriend.
Maybe a little while.
You know how it ruins it on those TV shows
What's the
where
big
they
deal?
finally have sex? Maybe you should keep the tension going.
You know you want it, and you know I want it. What's the difference? We're two adults. Why not have fun?
Well, if you weren't married, it would be really cool.
I'm not married. I'm only married in the eyes of the church.
In the eyes of the church.
That's it. Mentally, I'm not married right now. I'm weak. Take advantage of it.
He's trying to practice this new thing where he crosses the line into Manhattan and he's no longer married.
I thought about it. I think once I come to work in this building, I'm not married. Because I'm a different guy, right, Robin?
What does Allison say?
Allison says you are different.
Yeah, I don't agree with Allison's view of it. She says that I'm married no matter where I am.
Well, I think she makes a good point.
Oh, please.
But I think I'm crazy about you.
I'm crazy about you.
I think you're great.
Is it possible
but I also
to be...
like Allison.
I do, yeah, sure.
No, I really do. I've seen her.
Is it possible to be in love with two women at the same time, Robin?
Oh, I'm sure you can be in love with many women.
That's where menage a trois come in, you know.
I'm in love with you, and I'm in love with Allison. And I might be in love with you more.
Howard, you're going to get in such trouble.
I don't care. I'm already in trouble.
You might as well go all the way.
I'm letting my feelings be known to you.
Oh, well,
I have to be honest with you. I'm in love with you. I don't like you. I'm in love with you. You're perfect for me. You're the perfect woman for me. I know we could be happy together. We'll have fun. We'll watch movies in bed together.
Oh. Yeah.
Eat Chinese food together.
Yeah, we're sort of almost reclusive hermitizers.
Exactly. Gary, get in here. Get a priest and get someone to marry us.
So you're going to be a bigamist now?
Yeah, I'm going to marry you right now. Would you be my wife?
Yes, I would.
You would. You accept?
Yes, I do.
Well,
I do.
here's my ring.
Look, you've got long hair.
Right.
You're tall.
And I got a radio show.
I like your face.
Exactly.
See, this is another thing. You think that people like you because you are successful. That's not true.
Really? You would like me even if I was a bum?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
If you
Diane, you've never seen him off the radio.
Yeah, it's an ugly sight.
Different side.
but wait a minute.
Hey, Diane, do you mind bending over? It's time for the honeymoon. Come over here. It's time for our honeymoon. We've been married.
Do you spruce up and work real hard to come in here?
No.
No,
this is the way I always look.
Well, then...
This is my natural... In fact, I could look a lot better if I spruced up for you.
No. You don't know about the times at home when he doesn't even shower and just lays there.
Oh, shut up, Rob. How dare you? No, that's only because I've been married for a long time.
Right,
For you, I shower every day. I shower every 3 minutes.
Can we shower together?
Oh, yeah.
Are
I'd soap you up. We would probably take an hour-long shower. It would take an hour. You know what it would be? You'd be in a marble shower.
Oh, hello.
And there'd be a little, like a place to sit down. And while the shower was going, it was hot, hot and steamy. And then you would just sit back, close your eyes, and I would be on my knees, and something would happen to you where you would it would be all centered on you. I'm that kind of guy. I care about a woman's pleasure.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
But I care about your pleasure, too.
Well, hey, nothing wrong with that.
Then he'll sit down.
Yeah. Then I'll sit down, and you can pleasure me.
That's true. Or he'll stand up.
Let me tell you, whatever you want, baby.
He's a tall guy.
I'll bring a Chinese midget in there with us just to massage your ass. Let me tell you something.
What are we doing? Where did this go?
It's just I have to let my feelings out.
I'm getting to know you so well that I'm opening up.
I know, we're opening up. This is crazy.
This is
crazy. This is devilish.
I only reserve.
This is crazy. This is crazy, Robin.
It is crazy.
What's going on in here? This is crazy.
It's like we're becoming like really good friends.
I know. Now we're past just acquaintances. Now we're almost married. We're the only thing left to do is to get physically close. Am I correct?
I don't know if you should go over that line.
That's right.
I think we could end up destroying.
So I went over to your hotel room last night, and then your hands were over your head, and then I did something to you. I still had my clothes on while I did it to you, and you were completely naked, and I did it, and you were so happy.
I had my hands down your shirt.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, and then we did everything. That was just the first go round. Let's say the meeting lasted longer than 10 minutes. She's probably a lesbian, probably hates my guts.
No.
You had a foot up on each of... We had 2 chairs, and you had a foot up on each chair.
I did.
Oh, yeah. You were very open to me. Let's put it that way. You were very open to suggestion. You were totally liberated. You were, not embarrassed.
I don't understand this now.
Robin, I'm falling in love.
I'm telling you, you didn't even know. And you were just getting, dizzy and passing out, and you were from the ecstasy. Yeah, it was great.
And then what we do later? I mean,
later?
You're getting...
I
want the whole thing.
What do you mean, what do we do later?
Well,
that went on
he
for...
turned over and went to sleep.
Yeah. Hey, Robin, why'd you have to tell her? It was beautiful.
Yeah, but you should want something,
we had sex, and we did something wild.
Oh, good.
You were wild, I was wild. I didn't even care if you were wild. I was wild.
So cute.
Yeah. Oh, we did it all. We even did the handkerchief trick.
Are you interested?
What?
Whoa. Are you interested in a woman, pleasing you?
Are you kidding?
Oh, come on. Of course, but I like to...
I mean, you
I like to see... You know what pleases me?
Loves to give to a woman.
But do you know what pleases me?
What?
Watching you squirm around and seeing you getting turned on.
Nice.
That really turns me on.
I know
I'd rather see... You know what? I'd rather
He's a 10.
I'd rather see this go on, our session, 2 or 3 hours of constant
12.
teasing.
You're 12.
Yes.
You're 12.
You're a bad little bitch.
Yeah, I'm just playing. Come on. But
we had fun. Hey, what's 73 minus 4?
73 minus 4, I'm not telling you.
Yeah, think about it.
69.
You were squirming like a slug. I'm telling you. So there'll be no physical contact between us? Here's what I suggest we do right now.
I think he's afraid at this point.
Are you afraid to have physical contact with me?
Well, it's your marriage that's getting in the way of us.
It's really not a marriage in the typical sense.
You're just more like brother and sister.
Yeah, my wife is almost like a sister to me.
Allison about this.
No, I don't want to talk to Allison. Hopefully she's asleep.
I think you should talk to her.
Let me suggest this,
Yes,
a way of us
yes,
getting to
darling.
know each other.
Yes, darling.
You come over here. I slip off that jacket, okay? You're in your tube top or whatever that is. What is that, a leotard?
It's a leotard.
All right.
Oh, excuse me.
I put my hands on your thighs. I slip off your stockings.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
You sit on my lap.
Mm-hmm.
Your jacket is off, and I give you a back rub, an innocent back rub.
An innocent back rub.
And that's as far as it goes.
That's as far as it goes.
What do you think?
I'd grab you out of here so fast.
Really?
No.
You won't allow it, huh?
He doesn't want to be frustrated by you.
You think I'm going to get you, let me get all going and just
I won't go anywhere. I won't go anywhere near your baby machine.
Your baby machine.
I will not be anywhere near your baby machine.
Sullivan for a year and 9 months. He's going to do that to me,
Right,
and then
yeah,
put me out
and-
on
yeah,
the street.
So Diane, what are you saying? I can't do that to you? You're not going to allow me that pleasure?
Well, it would be too.
It would be too what?
Sensual.
Would it really? It would be too sensual?
Well, yeah.
Not for me, it wouldn't. I
You
can
can handle it. You can handle it.
Why are you denying me?
I'm not denying you. I'm trying to play it safe.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you really love me. Because if a woman really loved me,
I love you.
You
What
would
would
be-
happen if a woman really loved you?
she would
most?
throw all caution into the wind
And
and be over here and let me do that.
why?
Hey, I'm crazy about you, but I'm still a lady.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Whore in bed, but a lady.
That's right. You're my slut.
But why, if she didn't love you, would
Because
she
this
let
is-
you? See, she's so in love with you,
Yeah.
she's saying, that she couldn't take
No,
it.
no.
Just
That's wrong.
so far.
Let's see if you could take it. This is life. It's no dress rehearsal. Enjoy yourself. I saw that in a Pepsi commercial.
How good.
They said you're always trying to be a good girl.
Yeah, why are you always so good?
Let go and have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, I did Playboy. That was a
But even in the Playboy video, you held back.
Well, only because I didn't know these guys. They
Yeah.
were like strangers. I made them wear their underwear.
Did you?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I said I had these rules. They had to have their underwear on. I said.
Well, I have my underwear
And
on.
they,
Howard promises
I'll keep my underwear
wear
on.
his underwear.
They said, I said there could.
All I want to do is give you a back rub. Is that a big deal?
Well,
I'm not going to beg you.
Well, I might just start liking it too much, and then I'd go home and I'd be thinking about you all the time.
Well, that would be good.
And another year would go by, and I wouldn't date anybody else because I'd be thinking about you all the time.
Oh, I don't believe any of that.
No, but I am
all right.
crazy about you,
All
and you
right.
know that.
All right, Diane. What are you here to plug?
Listen to him. Listen to him.
Hey, by the way, that girl who works on The Price is Right with you,
Yes.
she was on the show.
Wasn't that exciting?
Yeah. I know you hate her. The two of them hate each other. The two girls, I never understand this.
I didn't say that.
She didn't like you.
I didn't say
Oh, she didn't say that either.
She kind of did, though. She didn't say anything. She just said, "Oh, we go our separate ways."
We're just different.
What I love was she said, she would go our separate ways, and I haven't talked to her since she left the show. She hadn't talked to me in 7 years.
Did she talk to you after she did?
She thought you left the show 7 years ago.
Yeah, right. Here's a way to get Diane back to sex talk. I start talking about that lady she works with on Price is Right. All right, listen, Diane. Here's what I'm going to do. First of all, Diane, every Friday in May, the Playboy Channel, I know, the Playboy Channel will air her video. And she's in negotiations.
Is that right?
Yes, to host her own talk show on Playboy, which I would watch.
Yes.
Now, what would you talk to people about?
What would you talk about? Sex?
I'm going to try and bring you over. Let you be my first guest.
Well, you'll have to talk to me about that in private at your
Well, I
hotel.
guess that hotel room
I'm gonna
situation will have to.
Yeah, you're gonna. I think you should call it the No Panties Show with Diane Parkinson.
Oh God!
And then you should never wear panties on the show. Wouldn't that be great?
We'll have call-ins.
Yeah, call it.
It should be just don't call it the No Panties Show. Just call it Diane Parkinson No Panties.
Yeah, and then have like a. You know how Letterman has like the monkey cam or something?
Yeah.
You have a waist down cam.
A
like
panty
there's
cam.
a panty cam that just is tied to her panties. All right, listen. Here's what I got to do, Diane. Let me take a break. I got to catch up on some commercials.
Yes, dear.
Come back. I'll do a couple of plugs for you.
Yes, dear.
I'll badmouth your partner on Price is Right, your phone partner. And during the commercials, I can grope you. All right, very good. I will be back right after these words.
The following program is of adult nature and may be inappropriate for persons under the age of 18 or anyone without a sense of humor. With with the Howard Stern Show.
After that long break, Diana's woozy. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So, like,
so what were you two discussing? I thought
what happened was, as soon as the commercials were up, she said, "Ooh, let me give you a hug." She said, "Ooh, you look nice."
I said he's staying in shape.
Yes, he is.
Can you hear me, Robin?
No, well, now
put your headphones on, Diane.
Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, so she took her headphones off.
Yeah.
Came over, walked around, and then gave me a big hug.
I said, hi, I got to hug you.
The hug was great.
Yeah.
Then she kissed me hello.
Oh.
And then
we gave each other a nice little peck.
Okay.
But unfortunately, when I leaned in to kiss her,
yes,
my long hair got caught on her lips, and it was a disaster.
That's funny.
It was like it was a nightmare.
A hairy kiss.
Yeah. So then the whole time I'm talking to her,
I was just trying to, without letting.
The whole time I'm talking to her, she's picking her lips, and I'm going, ooh, she must really have bad chapped lips or something. She's picking, and she goes, I have your hair in my mouth.
But I'm a very honest woman.
No, it was good.
But I thought it was cute.
Yeah, and the fact that you let me pull my own hair out of your mouth was cool.
Yeah.
It didn't turn you off, really?
No, things like that. You got to laugh.
When we make love, my hair will. Even my wife complains.
Your hair gets in the way, I'll bet.
Oh,
or
yeah.
do you put it up when you make love?
I put it in a bun during love making. No, I don't.
He wears a hairnet.
I love it. I want
the hair
down to here.
The hair runs all over you. The hair will be all over you. The hair has its own life and can't be held back. So then, then she said to me, "Oh, have you been working out?" I go, "Yeah."
He's still really in.
Yes, he's in good shape.
Really great.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I got a pot belly on me. But anyway, so yeah.
I didn't notice.
Then all of a sudden, she says, "Yeah, I've been working out too." She says, "Want to feel my leg?"
I know. I said you want to feel my arm.
All right, first the arm. I felt her arm. Then she goes, "Oh, my leg, feel my thigh." And I'm like,
"No, I said my calf."
Was that was I supposed to like run my hand all the way up your dress?
What was he supposed to do? See, he always
would you have been offended if I did that?
I would have jumped.
I should have done it.
I would have jumped.
I knew I should have done it. I was a gentleman again. Again, I was a gentleman.
That was good. That was good.
Oh,
I
great.
didn't expect that. That's intimate, you know.
Come here, let me rub you down. Let me give you a little rub down before I have to say goodbye. Now, hey, by the way, Diane Parkinson has a video out still in Playboy. It's like still in the top 10, and it was like the #1 Playboy video.
Wow.
#1 video in the country. It's a very hot video. I watched it like 20 times.
Thank you.
I like when you're modeling and the clothes come off and all that.
Yeah, you said that. You love when
I love that.
swirling. And
I like you alone.
Like a little strip thing.
I like that you're alone a lot, not with guys.
I know you would.
I know, I like that.
But if I was with a girl, you'd like it even better.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
I like that. You're not a. You've made love to other women.
Feeling, yeah.
You made love to other women.
No, I
haven't
haven't.
Really?
No.
Never tried it?
No.
Not curious?
Not yet.
What?
Not yet.
Oh, you think you're open to the idea?
Well, no, I don't know whether
with
I am.
With me, she might
but
be.
With everything, you have to. I'll tell you when. No,
tell me, please tell me.
Come on, tell us something.
Yeah, tell us something. You haven't told us anything. Tell me.
You
no, you haven't. You haven't told me anything. You didn't tell me anything.
No, this is just something that this sort of got me. This sort of made me blush the other night. I got in the hotel room and I was clicking the thing, and all of a sudden you click on this channel.
Yeah.
And there were these two women,
girls getting it on.
But it was real graphic.
And did it turn you on? A little bit? Did you get a little excited?
Actually, I don't mind watching the soft porn look of women, or women and men together. I like watching that. But this was so graphic. It wasn't really pretty. You know, it was like, oh my God.
Yeah, and yet in some strange way you couldn't turn it off, could you?
Well, I kept screaming to Judy, my girlfriend next room, get in here.
Judy, your girlfriend. So you and the girl are laying there on the bed.
Married. She's
so what?
Her own room.
Go kiss Robin for me.
Oh, stop it.
Kiss Robin right now.
That's so crazy.
Come on, you know you want to.
Oh, we got this Kenny Rogers thing. There's no menage a trois.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened with that Kenny Rogers thing?
It's still going on. There's going to be a lawsuit. She's trying to sue him for $14.5 million for
a phone call.
Nothing happened.
Right. Well,
she's saying Kenny held her down while I did all these things.
Oh, really?
So.
Oh, wait a second. I don't know about
anything about this.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Wait a second. There's a woman suing Kenny Rogers.
Yes.
She claims that you were in the room?
What Kenny did is called me and he said, I have a lady friend. She's coming into L.A. If you have the time, would you go to a studio, and Bernie Boudreau's art photography studio, and he said, help her because she's real cold. She doesn't know how to, what to do in front of a camera. And I said, well, if I have time, I will. He said, do you mind if she calls and you get to know each other a little bit? And I said, fine. So it's just a matter of Kenny being a little not too bright.
Right.
Checking out a woman that he was getting to know. So she comes into town. She has this whole thing worked out to befriend me and talk to me and ask a lot of questions. And after about 3 hours, and I thought she was okay, I started to leave. She said, no, please don't leave, because if you leave, I'll lose my confidence. So I worked with her for 9 hours. A boyfriend picked her up.
Right.
And next thing I know, like a year later, we're being sued.
You're being sued, too?
Well, he's being sued, but I had to do a deposition and everything.
And what did she claim you did?
She says that Kenny held her down, that we got her in a room.
Were you ever in a room with Kenny and her at the same time?
Yeah,
Never.
Yeah. And she says that I did all these things well, and he slammed her face into a van. I mean, Kenny's the most gentle person.
Doesn't sound it.
No, but he would never.
But isn't it interesting how people can do that?
It's just a case of somebody who doesn't know how to make a living on her own, so she's going to make her living by trying to take somebody else's money.
But the idea is that you make such an outrageous claim, and then you make the suit for $14 million, so you hope that they settle out of court, I suppose, just to keep it out of the press.
Kenny's fighting it.
Is he?
Oh, God, he's not going to let it go. He's not going to let her go.
Well, you're tight with that Kenny, huh?
He's a good friend.
Never made it with him, huh?
No. Well, no, that's not true.
You made it with him.
A long time ago.
You did.
Like 18.
How's he in the sack? Any good?
That's not fair.
I can't believe. What do you mean it's not fair?
That was before he had those love handles.
Was he a good-looking guy back then?
Yeah, he's cute. He's got a great.
You only made it with him once?
And he's sweet. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, like an affair for a brief period of time, a long time ago. So.
Was it wild?
He's nice. He's cute.
Did you want to marry him?
No.
And you always stayed friends, huh?
Yes. I always stay friends with my people.
Really?
Yeah. I don't. There's only one person in men that I would never, ever talk to.
Jackie Martling.
That's a good policy.
A little secret.
Wait. Write it down. I can't hear. This is good. Who?
But don't you dare say it.
All right, I won't. Let me see.
He was so mean.
Let me see.
He was like real. He did real cruel things.
Soupy sales.
No, it's not
Soupy Sales.
I forget how to spell his name. He was a...
Buddy Epson.
Buddy Epson? No.
Well, you stop guessing, Fred.
How can I try?
Let me see.
New York and L.A.
Really? Let me... All right, I don't know that guy. You made love to him? Should have made love to me.
I went with him, but for the first 4 months, he was the sweetest man, and then he got very...
How did a guy get mean to you?
Men are wacky.
He didn't like women.
Really?
I was in Switzerland with him once, and he wouldn't let me check my bag through. It was a big bag.
Yeah.
And he's making me try to carry this bag, and then he says, "You better get to the plane. I've got your ticket." And he goes on, and this other guy comes along, and he says, "Let me help you." And he gets me to the plane.
Man, I would help you with anything.
And he was sitting there with a smug grin. He goes,
I mean, you go out with a...
Wait a minute. Why did you continue to the plane?
You let this guy... You carried your own... You had to carry...
You were in Switzerland, okay.
You had to carry your own bag?
No, some guy came along.
Oh, man, I would help you with anything.
I'd
be your love slave.
No, but he would go. He was like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr.
Maybe that's what he likes or something.
No.
You don't like to be treated like that.
Not anymore.
Kenny Rogers treat you good?
Yes, a very sweet man. Very sweet man.
Did he do everything to you?
Oh,
Did he really take care of you in this sack?
He's a very sweet man.
Really? Is he a good lover?
He's a very sweet man.
Better than me?
No.
Better than you. He just never had.
Oh, you heard what I do to you. Did he do that to you? He didn't know what to do to you.
Well, you turn me on more than he does.
You're damn right.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, he's ugly.
Well, he's not ugly.
He's not good looking.
It's just different types.
Really?
Different strokes for different people.
Oh, what are you waiting for?
You're sort of...
What, are you waiting for you to get divorced?
I'll tell you one thing. If I was Kenny Rogers, man, I never would have let you go.
Not careful. We're probably going to work on this tonight.
I'll tell you something. If I was Kenny Rogers, I wouldn't wash my beard after you. How do you think of that?
Well,
So I'd always have the smell of you on my beard. Do you hear that? Do you hear what I would do? When I was away from you, I would just smell my beard all day until I had you. You lick your tongue again, I'm going to come over there and kiss you.
I do think so.
Yeah, that's right. I see what you're doing.
I put cologne on, the men's cologne on the rest of the smelling.
You put the man's cologne on, right?
So you carry him around with you, huh?
I love it.
Yes, you carry me around all day.
Well, get her some cologne, Howard.
You horny minky. How the hell have you not had sex in 2 years? I don't get it.
I haven't seen anybody and besides, with the AIDS thing and everything, you've got to be so careful.
You're damn right.
I'm just real particular.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get you out of here because I can't take it anymore.
You're so funny.
I can't believe it.
You're just getting bored with me.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I just need to go further with you. Take off your jacket. Let me rub you down. Come on.
Behave yourself.
Oh.
It's radio.
Is that
Howard.
bad?
It doesn't, what do we get out of it?
Who cares what you get out of it? Looking for action. All right, anyway, listen. Diane Parkinson's video. You should still buy her video.
It's Friday. It's in May.
It's what?
They're going to show it Fridays in May.
Why are you showing it on TV? Keep selling it on the store.
That's what I wondered, but they're doing it that way.
That's how they're doing it.
Yeah.
Playboys in this business, they obviously know what they're doing.
Can I lick your back?
Lick!
All I want to do is take that jacket off.
She's like a bonbon to you.
Run my tongue up your neck and into your ear.
Oh.
What do you think? Let me just do that.
Sounds good.
That you like?
Well, of course.
So let me do that to you now.
Do you do this at home?
What?
All this licking and carrying?
No, not at home. I've been with Allison a long time. We're going to lick her, not Allison. Can I,
yes.
Can I chop your foot off and eat it?
What am I going to do with you? No, that was the wrong question.
Why don't you take your shoe off and let me massage your foot? No, that's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Come over here.
No.
Come on, just so we can say goodbye.
I'm supposed to go up to my ankles and
No, I'm just going to touch your feet.
into my knee, thigh.
See, you scare a poor woman.
Can I eat my lunch off your stomach?
No, I scare me. He brings out the beast in me.
Yes. Come over here. Come over here. Let me just give you a foot massage.
No.
You're being a mistake here. You're making a mistake.
I like you too much.
Well, I like you too. What's wrong with this?
Because,
all right, if something happens, you can never come in again.
Yeah,
Nothing will happen, and you know if something happens, she can come in again.
I have a guilt.
You two would never be able to look at each other without that look.
Please.
I feel so guilty.
What can I do to you before you leave? Let me just do something. Come on.
What are you going to do, Howard?
Robin, okay, wait.
I don't know what.
All right, here's what I suggest.
What can you do?
You come over.
Mm-hmm.
Take off that jacket so I can really get a look at you. You wearing a bra? You're not wearing a bra, are you?
Of course not.
Oh, please. Come on over. Take off that jacket. No? Already no? Taking off the jacket is a no? Oh, wait.
No. I'm not.
You're not taking off your jacket? All right, don't take it off.
I don't strip.
All right, don't strip. That's undignified.
Very undignified.
All right, don't take off your jacket. Come over here.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, Robin.
I didn't see a thing.
All right, I have a dress. I have a suit on.
Will you grab my backside?
You want her to grab your back?
That's something dignified.
How about this?
Go ahead,
You
Robin.
do
Help
something
me.
for her.
Right.
What are you going to do for her?
I want to give her a back rub.
Oh.
Take off something.
Yeah,
have her feel it.
I will.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. You up for that?
No.
Can I pull down my pants and you...
Thanks,
Here, oh, wait, I got a good negotiation.
Boy, you're really helping out.
How about I pull down my pants and you squeeze my leg? Would you touch my leg, at least? That's okay.
Through your pants.
Oh, that's fun. How about we put yogurt in your bra?
Yogurt?
And then I eat it.
Oh, yogurt.
Love yogurt.
What about chocolate fudge?
Whatever, I don't care.
Cream.
Chocolate fudge.
I really would like to see you put love yogurt in her bra and eat it.
Okay. Come here. I'm making some love yogurt.
I love yogurt.
Oh, there is love yogurt. I've got a whole storage house of it. It's a little warm right now.
Love yogurt.
So wait a second. Here's what I want to do.
that one for a beat.
Here's what I want to do.
That's how naive I was.
You are so naive.
I just got that one now. Oh, well, okay, I'm coming right now.
Can I ask you to do this?
What, dear?
All right. I unbuckle my pants.
What, darling?
No, you unbuckle my pants.
Okay, darling.
My pants drop to the floor, and you touch my thigh.
And he promises he's
And that's
wearing
it.
underpants.
And I'm wearing underpants. I'm wearing underpants. I mean, that's not cheating. Please. Would that be okay?
What do you say, Robin?
I
That's
don't
okay.
see anything wrong with
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's dignified.
That's dignified.
Would you take your jacket off while you touch my leg?
Let me tell you, Diane.
and then you'll take your shirt off, and I'll take.
No, I'm not taking anything off.
And then I'll take my shoes off.
I mean, that's a simple negotiation. I mean, is that really terrible to do?
You know what he says? There's a certain.
You're still dropping your pants.
Yeah, but so what? It's like a bathing suit I'm wearing. What's the big deal?
What are they, boxer shorts?
No.
Briefs.
They're briefs.
Ooh.
No good?
Yeah, no, good.
Good?
Good.
So what's the big deal?
Ooh.
He just wants the thrill of another woman doing that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't had a woman unbuckle my pants in a long time.
I'll unbuckle your pants.
You will? Oh, okay.
That's all.
That's it? Okay, I'll take that. Fred, you want to put some
What
beach?
a negotiation, huh?
Beach sound effects?
You're so bad.
All right. Now, Diane Parkinson, let me do the plugs first. And then,
so funny.
and you going to unbuckle my pants?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh, Rob.
Of course I'm serious.
I thought he was playing.
No, he's serious.
Come on.
You could get me in so much trouble.
That's not trouble. That is so wrong.
I will leave here with such guilt.
Why? Just taking a button?
Unbuckling your pants?
You are really uptight. Maybe you are uptight. I don't know if you could handle me. There'd be some wild stuff going on in that bedroom. Things that couldn't have never happened to you.
I could handle you.
I have a very big imagination.
So do I.
And a lot of things would be happening to you at once.
So do I.
I've been described like an octopus when I go at a woman. Hey, look at Fred over there. He already unbuckled his pants. Get out of here.
Oh, my God.
Sick.
Everybody's pants
I'm okay, yeah, so far.
Is your tongue a buzzsaw? Is that tongue? Oh, yes. Ooh. You will unbuckle my pants? Come on, what? Is that too much to ask? Yes.
Only if Robin gives her okay.
Robin?
Just unbuckling. What have you got on over there?
Okay.
Oh, shut
there
up.
it is. I'll tell you what I got on.
That was not...
Here's what I have.
What have you have on? What?
Hey, look. See this? I got this. All I want to do is unbutton this.
That's all you wanted to do?
That's it.
All right.
What's the big deal? Diane Parkinson. Ignore the wet areas.
Oh, you.
All right, Diane, go ahead.
Yeah.
Take your time about it, too.
Is
she really doing it?
Yeah, she's doing it. Go ahead, Diane. I am turned on. A little bit. That's it. Keep going. Don't stop. This is our moment. Now. Oh, wow.
You're so good.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Feel my leg. Touch my leg.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How is that? Is that muscular? Touch the other one, please. Oh, I gotta have you now. Let me rub your back.
No, I think I better get out of here.
Come on. Let me do something.
Let me dress you now.
No. Buckle my pants back up, please. I don't know how to do it. That didn't feel bad, right?
I can't believe you actually talked me into buckling your pants.
Buckle them back up.
People are going to think I'm a slut now.
No.
You are a slut. You're a bad, bad girl.
What?
My fly has to be done up, too.
Oh.
Please help me. Please help me. I've been very bad. I've been very bad. I'm very, very bad.
I love you. You're great.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, she did it, Robin.
I unbuckled your pants.
I know. That's all you did. There's nothing wrong. Oh, thank you. Come on, kiss goodbye.
Not you,
right.
Get your hair out of
Jackie,
the way.
get away.
Oh, my.
Oh, wait a second. I'm getting too turned on here.
You guys better throw the water on him, Fred.
Oh, Diane. Diane, I need you. Don't leave. All right, been very bad.
Oh, boy.
Been very bad.
I might have to spank you.
What? What are you saying? All right, I will. I need you.
You probably think I am.
I know that. What? Say that into the mic. All right, Robin.
Yes.
I want to thank the beautiful Diane Parkinson.
I thought you were going to say goodbye to us.
Yeah, I got to leave. Why don't you do the news on your own? I need her very badly. This is the girl for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I found my soulmate.
Is that right?
Yeah.
My soulmate here.
Yeah, see? She's comfortable in my arms. Boy, you changed your tune quick. 2 seconds later, you were into it.
No.
Let me give you a back rub. All right, forget it. What?
She keeps pushing the mic away and whispering to him.
Yes, what? Yes? Yes, darling? Yes? Yes?
Hey.
What? What?
I had a question to ask you.
Right, all right. Wait a second, Robin. I'm getting somewhere.
What?
Okay.
All right.
Robin, talk. Everybody talk.
Oh, we got to keep the show going while you two carry on over there?
What?
What is she asking you?
I can't hear you. Wait, I can't hear.
All right, she's whispering something into Howard's ear.
No.
Oh.
Not at all. Not bad enough.
Oh. I wonder what the question was.
I don't know. She's very uptight. She needs to loosen up a little.
I mean, I have a respect.
All right, I have respect for you, too.
You know.
You're a bad girl.
Oh, my.
All right, listen.
Turn to your thing and I'll...
All right, I'm getting out of here.
What is she doing?
She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. She really is wonderful.
Oh, my God.
She is a terrific... No wonder they love her on The Price is Right.
Of course.
Oh, what a great woman.
Are you just remember we're doing a radio show?
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting a back rub.
Oh, good.
As long as the mic's on, maybe I'll get more. I'm afraid she'll go away if I turn it off.
Don't want to go to commercials, huh?
Can't you touch my bare skin? Yeah, you can go under my shirt. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I feel that hairy back of his.
I don't have hair.
You shaved?
Oh, yes. How's that, Diane?
Now I can't see. It's like invisible fingers.
She's wonderful.
It looks like, remember that movie with Barbara Hershey where this invisible thing was making love to her?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like now.
I know. Let me tell you something. That was good. All right. What? You're a bad, bad girl. You are a bad girl. You are a bad girl. I would spank you for being so bad. I would spank you.
I didn't do anything
because you're bad, and I would spank you.
We didn't
No, you didn't do anything bad.
Okay.
You just be quiet, whatever you did. Because when you get that talk show, you should do all your interviews from behind.
Oh.
I'm telling you. Let me tell you. So I'm coming on that show. Wonderful. All right, listen, Diane Parkinson, get her video.
It's going to be on Playboy Channel during May on Friday.
Right, and also it will be in the stores as usual.
And she's got a talk show coming up, right? When is that going to start?
Well, they're negotiating it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to negotiate it for her.
It's into developing stages and all that.
Okay.
Development schmelopment. Sign up. Sign up. All right? Anyway, I must go compose myself.
Yes, I would think so.
I really adore all you guys.
You got to tuck my shirt.
Sure, they're saying over there we didn't get any back rubs.
Go ahead, Robin.
Than any show I do. And the more I come, it's like the looser I get.
Yeah, well, we'll keep having you back.
Turning into complete.
Next time you come in here, there's going to be sex on the floor. You're going to be nude next time you come in here.
The first time, remember, I came in and I was scared to death because Los Angeles had told me, don't go on his show, he'll eat you alive. And
I did, didn't I?
PR people and everything. Stop it.
I'm going to eat you alive.
And I left, and then I came back the second time. I'm a little nervous, and we were on a long time, and it was really, really cool, and you were really neat. And the third time, it was like a little crazy. And then this time,
you know what's funny now?
Crazy.
Here's your fourth visit in here. Isn't it ironic? The first time she came in here, she was scared to death.
Yes.
Now I'm scared to death.
As well it should be.
Let me tell you what happens the next time you come in here, and this is no kidding.
Yes, sir.
Next time you come in here, there's going to be a pair of handcuffs waiting. You're going to be handcuffed. And then there's not going to be nothing.
Where? Yeah, right.
I'll find a place.
You're going to build something before I
Next time you're handcuffed, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just be prepared for some fun, some real fun.
Are you going to have warm oil and all?
And next time, bring some broads for Fred and Jackie. So I'm not so self-conscious.
My boy.
All right, Robin.
You don't mind if I watch.
No, I like when you watch.
I love you guys.
Yes, I love you.
You're great.
No, I love you. You don't understand. All right, Diane Parkinson, everyone. See her on The Price is Right.
No, she's not on The Price is Right.
You're not on there anymore?
No.
You're kidding me. You're not on there anymore?
Which?
No wonder you're not on there anymore. Look what you're carrying on in here. You're naked, half naked, and carrying on.
Stop that.
What do you mean you quit? Why'd you quit that?
I quit.
Oh, that's right. I knew that.
A long time ago.
All right, so you quit. I didn't know that. All right. I forgot.
I mean, I love the show.
Right. No, you
still
don't.
watches it.
No, I love Price is Right.
You do?
I mean, it afforded me a great income for a
long time.
Yeah, I love the show and I love the audiences.
You hate Bob, right? Is that it? You love the show, but you hate Bob? Is that it?
I'm not saying
You hate Bob Barker?
I'm not.
Come on, why don't you say it? Come here and be bad.
I'm not saying a word.
Right.
If I really want to be bad,
yes.
he'd be very scared.
Right. All right. Very good. Diane Parkinson, we look forward to the video as usual, because if you haven't seen it, you really should go get it. And that was a lot of fun today.
I had a lot of fun.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes.
Now I have to figure out what to do with all this frustrated
I'll show you what to do.
tension.
Jump on Fred.
Jackie says he'll help.
Yeah.
I know what to do.
No! Come on, you want it? Get over here!
I'm not a pussy like Howard. I'll cheat.
Shush.
All right. All right.
Behave. Howard.
All right.
Take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. Ooh, take another deep breath.
Okay, all right. We're gonna come right back. I got to get Diane out of here before I break every vow. All right.
You're about to leap over the desk. You've never done the show standing.
I know. I broke 3 vows already. All right. We'll be back right after this.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Every time that Diane Parkinson comes in, I get a one step further.
I was going to say, how are you going to go home today?
Oh, no problem.
Because you're going to smell like Diane. She hugged you a lot. I hugged her once, and I smell like Diane.
Just say, hey, honey, I was out shopping for perfume for you, and I found the smell I like. I left it on. Hey, Kerry, can you book Diane for tomorrow's show?
I'm sure I could book her every day. She'd move to New York.
You think so?
Yeah.
If we could book her every day?
She loves you.
Yeah. She really does love you.
I mean, out in the hall even. She said, oh, if he wasn't married.
Yeah. I got to get unmarried. Hey, Billy Joel did it.
Funny.
Billy Joel unmarried Christy.
Yeah, you just don't tell your children. That's what.
That's right.
You could get her being married if you didn't have the show. I think she's afraid of what you might say.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. I think I could get her if I didn't have a guilty conscience. In other words, if I called up Diane tonight and I said, look, Diane, we're thinking about you all day. I know I'm married and everything, but I just have to have you. I think I could have her. I think she'd keep her mouth shut, the whole deal.
But if you were more aggressive.
Yeah, but I have a guilty conscience.
I don't think he has to be much more aggressive.
No, I don't have to be aggressive at all.
He's not being aggressive at all. Once the
I'm the one who keeps carrying on about my wife. Because I have a guilty conscience.
Oh, really? I thought it was she who kept bringing her up.
Well, she does, because I used to always bring her up.
I see.
I think.
I know what you're saying, though. You'd have to push a little bit harder.
I don't think she has any problem with my wife. I'm the one with the problem.
She told me she does respect your marriage.
Yeah. Great. Why does every girl respect my marriage? It's up to me to respect my marriage.
That's right. You took a vow.
Yeah. Diane didn't marry Allison, I did.
But every woman is like they're married to Allison.
Yeah, they all come in here. I respect Allison. I said, why? If I don't respect Allison, why should you? You have nothing to do with it. It's up to me to respect Allison. Right now, I don't want to respect her.
I'm the only one who doesn't respect Allison, and I don't want you.
Right. I don't get it. All these women with their respect for Allison.
I think that's wonderful, though.
She's a hot little minky.
Isn't that nice to see women doing nice things for each other?
Yeah. Cool.
Only with Howard involved.
Let me tell you something.
Which leads you to believe what?
Because she kept telling me during the commercials, if you weren't married. I go, well, come on. Stop that already. What do you mean if I'm not married? I'm not married. I told you that.
She says you're her type.
Yeah. Big, ugly guys. She digs them.
Well, you won't be fighting for the mirror.
And she said to me, she grabbed me and she said, you know, you keep saying on the air that people only love you for your radio show. I am telling you, I wouldn't care what show you had. Now, I know that's BS.
Right.
Because I never get to meet her.
You have no money.
If I showed up at one of her signings when she's signing her Penthouse video, a Playboy video.
Drop what she was doing and run off with you.
She wouldn't say, hey, dude, I got to have you.
Yeah, but I'll tell you something. Your look has really developed over the years. And
Thank you.
Not only have you gotten much better looking, you really have, but you're way better looking than Kenny Rogers.
Thank you.
And she likes him.
The point is, though, Howard would never have developed a look.
Right.
Howard would still.
However he got there, that's all.
I'm there. That's the difference.
No, the point is, if he didn't have this radio show, you know what Howard would look at?
I'd be about 300 pounds.
Work shirt.
And a bad mustache.
and painter's pants.
Yeah, because who would be looking at me?
From the Big Men Tall Men shop.
Yeah, and I'd worship my wife. Just please stay with me.
I remember
I keep getting her pregnant just to keep her with me.
And how many children would you have by now?
Like 9. You know, thank you, Gary, by the way. Now wipe the kiss marks off my ass.
No problem.
All right, thank you. You're very handsome today also. I'm handsome.
I was looking
There's
at
no question about it. I've gotten better looking.
I was looking at even one of the earlier TV shows.
Yes.
You know, one of the early Channel 9 shows, and your hair looks so much better now than it did back then.
Yep.
In fact, Stuttering John was having a laugh at you.
Why is that?
He said, I was looking at an old TV show on Channel 9, of the Channel 9 show, and there was Howard with his puffy hair.
Yeah, well,
and he used to laugh at my look, and now he looks like me.
Yeah, sure. I had John's look in high school to look like a mess. I look like him. I ever look like John, you have permission to get rid of me.
Don't you remember that first one?
Comes in with red, and he's trying to go for a look because he's a rock star now. So he comes in with red sweatpants and the shorts, but the shorts are black, and nothing matches, and he looks like a circus clown. Doesn't even know how to put his look together.
And then you say you're trying too hard, and John says, I developed this look.
Yeah, he developed every look. The look of vomit.
Homeless.
I remember one of your very...
It's cool to look homeless, but you got to put it together the right way. Homeless guys dress better than him.
You got to
more
be
color coordinated.
even if you're homeless.
Yeah. Diane Parkinson says to me, I don't have a really good picture of you. She says, I love that picture of you on the cover of Rolling Stone. Boy, was she talking love talk. I am dizzy. You got to help me.
I don't.
You're gonna have to.
I wasn't in there for all this. This was really going on?
Yeah, you're going to have to service me.
Who, Jackie?
No, you. You're going to have to relieve my pressure.
I can relieve your pressure.
Oh, get out of here.
You have to give half. You have to give half of everything you own to your wife if you go with Diane.
Okay, I'm better.
Straighten you right out.
There you go. So anyway, she says to me, I don't have one good picture of you. I said, what do you mean? There are no good pictures of me. She goes, what's your favorite picture of you? I said, well...
why don't you frame your poster and send it
I said, I have a poster. She goes, no, I want a picture of you.
Wow. Really?
I'm already sending her the poster. Don't you think my press photo's kind of handsome? That's nice.
You don't like the cover of Rolling Stone? Send her the cover of Rolling Stone?
I don't like the cover of Rolling Stone. I never liked it.
Inside.
One inside I like.
Fur.
Yeah, sexy man. Mark Seliger took a good picture of me on the inside.
Yeah.
A lot of people like the picture he took of me on the cover.
I have women telling me that they think it's the best picture they've ever seen of you.
They're wrong.
Well, I'm telling you what they tell me.
God, Diane had me so hot I almost gave her a video half price.
She says to me, do you think I was really bad? She's like, bad? I'll unbuckle his pants.
Yeah, Robin will do that. We would? Would you come on over and do it? Come on over and unbuckle my pants.
I'm not unbuckling your pants.
That's a first.
See, you won't do it.
She lies.
I know, she
just trying to make Diane feel better.
She goes, I was so bad. And then her publicist was with her and said, you were very tame. And then she goes, you're kidding. I think she was ready to run back in and do more.
And Robin, you are one of the funniest people I've ever met. Boy,
what do I do?
She's like the devil's assistant. She's sitting here going, Diane, it wasn't over the edge. It makes you seem more human to
Right, that was good. Thank you. Thanks for helping me with that. Robin's good. You're going to hell, too.
I know, but I just want a good room like yours.
Maybe faster. Maybe faster than me.
I want to be on that top suite level.
Yeah. Kurt Cobain's already there.
Oh, boy. Did you see that his wife, like everybody was wondering where Courtney was while he was committing suicide?
Yeah, his wife.
The day before he committed suicide, she was arrested in Beverly Hills on drug possession charges. They had to take her to the hospital because of a heroin overdose.
Oh. Yeah, she might have been preparing her own suicide.
Yeah, it could have been either one of them. He was the lucky one.
See, I like that. I wish my life was more like that.
Yeah, all drugged out.
All drugged out. Leave me alone. Let me do whatever I wanted.
She's in L.A. in a room somewhere.
Kurt Cobain had a great life. He was rich. He was good looking. He had rock stardom. And he had a wife who just left town and took heroin.
That's the life you want.
That's a great life.
So she'll have to appear in court in May.
She sometimes looks real good, his wife, and then sometimes she looks real bad.
The pictures I've seen of her lately, she looks pretty good. Huh?
Yeah, I saw her video. It was pretty good, though. That group, Hole. It's named after her husband's head. That's what he's got in his head now.
And she says he was on heroin at the time he shot himself.
Yeah.
Apparently, the only times they weren't on heroin was when they were having the baby.
That heroin must be something.
I tell you.
It's really...
It's almost intriguing.
Yeah, I know. They make it like... I really got to see what this is about.
Give it a shot.
I tried it once in college.
Oh, you don't even know.
No, I tried it once in college. I snorted it.
You told me you thought you were taking cocaine.
I did.
And it
was heroin.
You think it turned out to be heroin?
It had to be.
But you're not sure.
I know it was. The guy told me... Well, the guy didn't tell me it was, but it was. What else would it have been?
I don't know. Might have been nothing if your attitude about
I don't know.
You could get high on anything.
It could have been sweet and low.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was really messed up.
Flying.
I was very messed up. I tried to shoot myself in the head. I shot myself in the foot, though, by accident.
You got confused.
I got confused. Nobody bought my record anyway. How happy is Geffen Records, I wonder?
They can't control themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're sad their artist died, but his records weren't doing that great. And
they're still shipping.
They're going right through the roof. We can't keep them in the stores.
We're going to get that stock out of here.
Yeah. Because everyone goes, well, it's very sad to say, but we can't keep them in the stores. Pretty wild.
Why is it that people buy a record after a person's dead? What is this?
I had a big discussion with the guy from from Geffen Records last night about this. I said, why? They sold 10 million copies of the first album.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you go out and buy one now, he said that some people go out and buy them and, we're like keeping them in the wrapping or something.
I know.
was like, but there's already 10 million copies out there.
I know, it's weird. They're collectors. I guess they're waiting for 50 years from now and maybe they're not around or something. I don't know. But, when you see a beautiful woman like that in your studio, I'm still on this, sorry.
That's Smith.
You say to yourself, does a guy ever
there
get tired?
There is a reason to live.
Yeah, does a guy ever get tired of that? And then you see Diane Parkinson, like all these guys dumped on her.
Yeah, she's talking about that guy who made her drag a bag through an airport in Switzerland.
Hey, I thought you had to worship a girl like that. But, and then you see like Billy Joel, a guy like that. Christy Brinkley, I'm telling you, guys get tired of it, no matter how good it is.
You worship a woman like Allison.
Yeah. But Billy Joel, it's like, hey, man, I'm going on the road. There's more girls out there. And that's exactly what he did. He'd go on the road. And Chrissy didn't want him on the road.
She didn't know what was going to happen.
Look at all these girls fighting over Billy Joel.
Billy Joel's got a lot of money.
Yeah, it all comes down to money. That's what it all comes down to.
You can be, just like you said, a troll, but if you got money...
Yeah. I know, when I started making a few bucks, my wife started carrying my bags.
But it's funny, how the first time I ever really saw it was when we went to the Grammys, I think it was in Los Angeles, and there were all these gnome-like men with these goddesses.
Yeah, when you go out to Los Angeles, it's real weird. You go to these restaurants. What was that restaurant we were in, Robin?
Are you talking about that time, that garden restaurant?
Yeah, what is that?
What's that one called?
We went there, too.
La Madre or...
No.
The one outside?
In Los Angeles.
What is the one?
La Dome or something?
Spago.
No, I was at Spago.
At the... What is that place called?
I know, but one time I went to Spago without you.
Right.
But it was the coolest night of my life because as I'm sitting there...
Ivy.
Yeah, the Ivy, yeah. But I was sitting at Spago. This was like the ultimate Hollywood thing. I'm sitting there, and the guy who was going to produce my movie was in there. Mm-hmm. This was all at separate tables. One of the guys from radio was there, in the syndication radio, and then there was another guy from the television company when I was about to go work for E. So my television, film, and radio guys were all in the same room.
Separate tables.
All separate tables coming over and kissing my ass. Mm-hmm. It was unbelievable. It was ass-kissing all around. That was cool. I felt like a really big deal then.
So then everybody starts wondering, who's he? What's he all about?
Yeah, I was sort of happening. And Tony Curtis was sitting in the corner of the restaurant being ignored, which was cool. Good as any of this. If you're going to get on a roll, you're supposed to go over to Diane's hotel and do her for the night. Right?
Well, you have a great life and a great wife.
That's right. And great kids.
You really do.
Thanks.
Yeah,
say it again.
You really
do. But you really do. You leave your wife.
Right.
Your kids will get.
I don't want to leave my wife.
Your kids will get all screwed up.
I don't want to leave my kids.
You
on
just
my wife.
want to have all the other women too.
I just want to have some sex. Let my wife will say, "Okay, Howard, go out and enjoy some sex, and then come home to me." That'd be cool.
You don't think that would destroy the relationship?
But what about if
Absolutely it would.
But what if Allison wanted to go out and
I would never allow it.
Yeah, see,
Why
never.
is that?
Oh, I don't want her with guys. She's mine.
Oh, you.
And mine only.
Hands off.
Hands off.
See, that's what I don't understand.
Touch my woman.
You want other women, but you don't want her to have other men.
Right. What's so hard to understand? Ask any guy, he understands.
Well, Robin, now that's, understandable.
Right.
No, it's not.
Of course it is.
What's good for the goose?
It's good for the goose.
No.
And not the gander. So anyway, but it's amazing how guys even get tired of that, because look at Diane Parkinson. You think that she'd be...
how a woman handles herself.
I guess. But look at Billy Joel. God, boy, what an advertisement. What an advertisement for piano lessons. When your kid isn't practicing, you say, hey, here's the front page of the Post. Billy Joel is leaving this because he got other girls lined up.
And, he's a little bit pissed because the piano isn't the sexiest instrument.
Yeah.
He could be getting more.
Yeah, he's upset because if he played guitar, the piano is slowing him down.
He could be getting more.
To me, Billy always looked like Christy's pet. You know, like she was walking him around like a monkey.
He should have been on a leash.
Yeah. And look at him. He's leaving her.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Organ grinder.
Organ grinder. And what happened to all those Uptown Girls?
Well, that's the whole thing. That at least you get a song out of it.
Yeah.
I'm sick of an Uptown.
Leave a Tender Moment Alone. That was the one for her.
I'm sick of Uptown Girl. Now I'm getting...
Leave a woman at home.
While you're on the road.
Maybe we should
I think there is a parody in there.
Billy's Greatest Hits.
The best way he would have lucked out is if she died in that helicopter crash. Then he wouldn't have to pay any alimony. Oh, God, what a triple play.
Oof.
Man. You're on the road having sex with other girls. Suddenly, Christie's lawyer files for divorce. Next moment on the radio, your wife just died. In a plane crash. You didn't even have to go hire a hitman.
Somebody told me a wild story about Bruce Springsteen the other day, which is hard to believe.
Well,
I can't tell you what it is on the air, but
thanks.
Thanks for bringing that up.
No, I'm just saying.
Well, tell me now, because I got to take a commercial break.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, we'll be right back. We're going to do news for you. I'm going to take a few phone calls. I promise to do that. And Gary's going to give me my itinerary in Albany. Everyone wants to stay tuned for this.
Yeah.
So we know what's going on April 22nd and 23rd up in Albany. But we'll be back right after this.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
So much to get to. I meant to get to the Ku Klux Klan message today. I want you to get to...
you had two of them, and we still haven't heard them.
Well, you know, listen, there's always tomorrow's show. What is it, Phony?
Oh, I thought you wanted to talk about the...
No, I was wondering what was on the phone here.
It's nothing important.
Oh, Gorilla screening again?
Yes.
Okay. Gorilla's one of those guys, you put him on the phones.
And he always comes in with something that's totally unimportant.
There's a great phone call. I'm telling you, it's a guy who, he says that,
and then
you know what? One of these days we ought to take what Gorilla thinks is a brilliant phone call.
Is that what Gorilla...
No, that's not one of them.
That's not one of them? Oh.
All right.
Anyway,
see that.
Fafafui, before I start the news, tell me what's going on with Albany. Now, as you know, I'm running for governor. And if anyone thinks that this isn't serious, it is serious. I don't know for
the Russian called earlier this morning. He thinks it's a total joke.
Well, everyone thinks it's a joke until they realize I will be on the ballot, and I stand for the death penalty. I stand for getting our roads repaired at night, and I stand for having tolls that are staggered. In fact, I'm looking into something now that is really going to turn people on.
What's that?
Don't think I haven't been doing research.
You actually have been working on this governorship.
Of course I have. I took out like 5 minutes yesterday and worked on it. A guy sent me a letter. His name was John Evans. And he said, Howard, do you know in Europe it's already being done? When you buy a car, there is a barcode put on the side of the car.
Yes.
And when you drive through a toll area, it automatically reads the barcode.
Yeah.
And you're billed. That's
so you get a bill in the mail.
You get a bill in the mail.
No stopping.
Thank you. Hello. By the way, manufacturing all this stuff for cars will bring work into the state because I'll have it all done in the state.
Do it here.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And I am looking into this as a viable plan to do away with toll booths as we know them, Robin.
Sounds good to me.
And boy, if you don't think your life's going to be improved because...
But don't you think that, all right, so we get rid of the toll collectors. Those are people losing jobs.
That's correct. That's right. They will have to be trained on how to deal with the barcode technology. They will be assimilated into the system.
Is that right?
That's right.
I'd rather deal with a camera than one of those toll collectors.
I definitely would prefer a mechanical device to the people we have to take.
It makes total
give money
sense.
to.
We have the ability to do it. The technology is here. Everyone will have a barcode. In fact, I'm going to push other governors and try to make it a countrywide law that everyone has to have barcode. Because what's going to slow us down is, you see, in-state drivers will be able to go to barcode areas. What's going to slow us down is these out-of-state drivers who are going to have to still go to the toll section. So I'm going to, I'm going to begin working on this. Also,
and it'll be universal.
Thank you, Robin. Also, I have been informed that the convention is April
23rd.
And at the convention, I need to name my running mate, and I'll tell you why. Turns out, after I am nominated, they go and nominate someone for lieutenant governor.
You act as if that's a surprise.
That is. I thought I asked the convention to hold off, that I'd like to make the announcement afterwards.
And they said no.
No. So I got to find someone real quick.
So what are you doing? Making an announcement?
Yeah, someone help me. I really don't have the ability to decide who should be.
You don't even have that ability.
Well, let the people tell me who's good. If you have a congressman who is very, very good, who you feel has an exemplary record, one who has worked hard, probably isn't recognized by anybody.
A good administrator, a guy who could actually run state government, who has a good plan. He doesn't want to increase bureaucracy, increase government. What he really wants to do is take care of the problems of the state, put people to work.
Right. But a guy with a record, you know what I mean? A guy who has a substantial body of work behind him, not some kook who just wants to...
But this is his agenda.
Right.
We don't want some wacko who just wants to increase social programs.
And by the way, I don't even care if he's cheated on his wife or he masturbates. I don't care about any of that.
He could be a shoe sniffer.
Yeah, you could be Chuck Jones. But I don't care what you've done. I got to get a guy who can run government, that's all.
It's got to be a guy who's not so attached to his current party that he doesn't mind becoming a libertarian.
Yeah. Well, I'm still working with the libertarians
about
on
that issue.
Yeah. I'm saying I don't even want the guy to have to switch parties, but if he wants to, it would help.
Can't you be a member of two parties? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Can now. What's the difference what party's on? You need a good candidate. Party schmarty. I'll find someone willing to run with me. That's all. Maybe I'll go with that guy who called in. What's his name?
Congressman Serrano?
Yeah. He's good, but he's Puerto Rican, I think. I love that. I love Puerto Ricans. I would vote for...
thing.
Well, hey, Robin, it's not up to me. The people don't vote for Puerto Ricans.
Oh, stop it.
Well, the people of Syracuse accept Puerto Rican.
You know, accept reality here. I got enough strikes against me.
Stern is running.
Right, that's the important thing. Well, please,
the people of Syracuse.
Gary, you need to form some kind of search committee or something.
Floppa-flowly. Who's he going to put on that? Gorilla and Ganji?
All right, give him some responsibility. Fred, do you know? Can you head up something like that? Search committee?
I can look around and stuff like that. Sure.
Okay.
Either that, why limit it to politicians? Maybe somebody in business.
Well, that would be fine too. But you need someone who's shown a record of service.
But someone good in the private sector.
Yeah, but the problem is a lot of these guys talk a good game, but then they don't really do anything. I need a guy who's really performed in government that everyone will, dig.
A guy who's hungry.
Yeah, need a hungry guy. Jackie's hungry, but he's never been in politics. My father would be a great governor, lieutenant governor, but he's not proven. Also, he's very old, and you know what? He likes just hanging out.
He's ready to settle down.
Yeah, he's in the twilight of his years.
He doesn't need this kind of pressure.
Yeah.
What about Fred?
Oh, come on, Jackie. I'm being serious.
Are you really serious? You would turn the state over to Fred?
Yeah. You won't even turn the show over to Fred.
Thank you for your confidence.
I mean, Jackie has no confidence in Fred. He goes, hey, Fred doesn't deserve half of what I get.
Right.
And he's ready to turn the whole state over to him.
I don't know what Fred makes, but I got to triple that.
He just wants me out of the picture.
Exactly. Wants your salary.
It's taken me 5 years to get Fred to pass the note directly.
So much.
Yeah.
So much
changed the show. Had an impact. It felt so good the other day when Fred gave the note to Billy himself. And he wants to turn the state over to him.
Yeah. Jackie won't even let Fred pass me a note on his own.
Yeah. See, there you go.
I'll never pass it.
I have to look this over. Hold on. He didn't cross the T. Send this back, young man. I will not pass this. Don't spell correct.
This is not written legibly, Fred. Write it again.
He can't read this. No, I'm sorry. You really want to bring that up? I don't think so.
Pile them up in front of you, Fred.
There you go. You'll never get another line on this show. There you go, Jack.
Buck stops here.
That's right. I'm the keeper of the gate here, buddy. Don't screw with me. I'll teach you a lesson. I'll smack you around.
All right. You two have your own thing going.
A very ugly dynamic of the show.
Yes. Not one that we like to talk about.
Part of that is an endorsement of Fred by me, by the way.
That's something we don't often air here. The fighting between Jackie and
Isn't
Fred.
it great how, Jackie will say something nice about Fred and I'll turn it into something so ugly, vicious?
Which is hardly your style.
Yeah.
Never. Every once in a while it happens. Anyway, should be comfortable after the show between Jackie and Fred today.
Always come.
It's always comfortable when you're with Fred.
Thank you.
Anyway,
always comfortable with you too.
Thank you. No need to return the compliment.
No, please.
All right. So anyway, So, anyway, I need to... Fred, seriously, head up a committee, will you, to search...
No, I can't do it.
Do something.
Oh, now he's going to say no.
He really can't do it. I knew he'd back down.
I can't.
Would you find someone, seriously?
Could your girlfriend find somebody?
Jackie would be really good at it.
No, I couldn't do it, Fred.
No, I can't do it either.
I can't help you out.
Well, this is usual. Neither of them help me.
Neither one of them want to do anything.
Get burglars.
Burglars.
Get Cronin.
Cronin faxed me today. He's in Hollywood. He's writing for...
Nobody.
He told me he's writing. He told me he's writing something.
He's a waiter writing receipts.
Did you have the Caesar salad?
All right, come on. Here we go. Now, I really got to find someone to run with. Somebody knows there's somebody good. Because, I'm too lazy to read the paper. If you come across something good in the paper, Robin, let me know.
All right. We've only, we're so negative, though. We only point out the bad people.
Yeah, why don't I call... It can't be Robin. No one's going to vote for Robin.
She's in politics, and I have a past.
Right.
Busy.
Yeah, she's had 3 inputs. Who's going to vote for that? Yeah, she's been changed the refrigerator. Who's going to vote for her?
Ah, that's right. I can't have people looking into my past.
Yeah, we'll get that tape from your ex-boyfriend.
That videotape's probably still floating around.
Surface quick.
So I...
Midnight Blue next.
I'm going to call up Mayor Koch, because Senator D'Amato doesn't seem to want to tell me who to...
He has not returned your call.
Well, he's behind this Republican guy, so... Hey, would you call Mayor Koch and ask him for the name of 3 solid candidates that I could run with? Thank you.
You just want a short list of 3?
Yeah. If you'd like to call in with the list, or if he wants to just give it to you, I would appreciate it. Okay? Whoever he says is good, I know is good.
Have the Libertarians provided you with anybody?
Sure, they got a bunch of people, but come on.
Are they any good?
Who knows? I don't have time to check them out.
Howard's not, into the research.
I'm really busy.
Well, have him come down.
I'm like Ronald Reagan. I see the big picture.
Come down and interview him.
No.
Why don't you do it, Fred? He's asking for your help.
No, he already told me no.
Robin, I can't.
He can't do anything.
As you and Jackie have both pointed out, I'm inept.
Well, why don't you prove yourself for once? Come up with a name.
I won't do that. I think in the past I have
calls Fred inept, and he says that it's me.
No, I was just telling you what Jackie says about you. I didn't say
it. You know what it is? It's like,
I love you.
You crack the dam, and Jackie just
excuse me. I put my money where my mouth is. I work with you. Jackie wouldn't hire you.
No, Jackie.
That's right.
Jackie would bury me.
Exactly. I'm your pal, not Jackie. Don't sit there with Jackie in the Jock Lounge.
Don't throw me in with him.
Afterwards, I seen the Jock Lounge. Big party yesterday. Billy West, Jackie Martling, and Fred Norris all sitting there, avoiding me. Fred, I'm your friend, not those two. They put a knife in your back.
I was avoiding you.
He was avoiding you.
You had a place to help.
Thank you. I like to keep my riders at each other's throats.
Yes, always make them think that everyone's against them.
So funny. You know what's funny? Jackie didn't say one bad word about Fred ever that I've ever heard. And Fred now hates him.
No, you got it all wrong. Jackie does hate me.
Well, that's only because Fred's convinced that everybody hates him.
Right.
It's because I know it's true.
Oh, you're right.
Well, you are right.
There you go.
Comments like that just solidify this.
Yeah, you can say 100 nice things, but if you say one thing in jest,
that's baloney.
He goes nuts. He's out of his mind. Look.
Fred Norris is the most normal, capable man I've ever met.
Why don't you shut up, Toothy?
Toothy Tooth.
Yeah. He's got nerve.
Oh, listen.
I got nerves with you.
Fred can imitate me for 3 hours. And
Fred, I love you. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, baloney.
I do.
Baloney. Yeah.
There you go.
Do you believe I love you, Fred?
No.
I don't believe you love Fred.
And that was your best shot.
No one believes you love Fred.
I don't think she has love in her bones.
Oh, come on, Jackie. You're my best friend.
Bones in her love, though.
So anyway, I got to get myself a candidate.
Yes. Stop all this.
Gary, tell me what else is going on.
Well, the big news is they've moved the convention.
What? They have.
Why? I wanted to do it at the Ramada.
It wasn't big enough.
But why? What's going on?
The Ramada only held like 200 people.
But that's fine.
Well, they're expecting more like 500 now.
Oh, okay, fine.
So
where are we going to be?
We will be at the Italian American Community Center.
Oh!
Good. That's appropriate. I'm half Italian.
On 257 Washington Avenue Extension in Albany.
When will that be? On April 22nd?
That's April 23rd, Saturday the 23rd.
Oh, I see. 22nd, we drive up there. We have this big rock star bus.
Yeah.
It's got it sleeps 12. What?
It's not big enough for Fred.
So you better take the upper berth and Fred will take the lower.
So many people want to come now. You know, just this morning, Debbie Tay, Elena Beastie, Miss Howard Stern have all called and want to be part of the bus.
Well, we should certainly
Now, we're limited. Remember, we only have like 3 or 4 slots on the bus.
Elephant Boy or Elena Beastie?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I say we need girls there, definitely, so that, whenever I walk in, there's going to be a lot of press.
They're coming up.
People covering it. In fact, the press has been contacting us.
Is that right?
Up there. They want to make sure they're going to be able to have access to me, individual interviews. I will hold a press room conference.
Yes. Penny Crone already called me yesterday.
Yes. She wants to be on the bus.
Practically, yeah.
Well, no, listen. A gubernatorial candidate doesn't travel on the bus with Penny Crone.
Well, sometimes, they do allow that.
You handpick the one person you want to sort of document your whole experience.
Why don't we have her ride on top of it?
Or run behind it.
Run behind. Let's tie her to the back of the bus.
Good job.
Then when it's written up, it says Penny Crone was given unlimited access.
Yeah, that's cool. Unlimited access. Well, do we want to just throw that to Penny Crone?
No, you can throw it to anybody you want.
Highest bidder.
Most naked.
Naked.
Well, we'll see. Wait a second. Let me take a break. There's a lot to absorb here.
Okay, because there's a big itinerary here.
All right. Hold on, Robin. We got to plan this out.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Exactly.
Fiasco.
we'll be the fiasco is you and Fred on the same bus.
Well, you and Fred in that room during a commercial break should be interesting.
Right.
Oh, stop it.
I have no problems with Robin.
No. I'm
not talking about Robin. I'm talking about you and Jackie.
Oh, me and Jackie. I have no problem with Jackie.
Really?
I really don't. I know Jackie resents me.
Oh.
But that's...
all right. Well,
where do you get the word resents? For what?
I don't know, but there's just a certain hostility that you have towards
From me.
From you.
See? Jackie, you give off a vibe.
And me, Fred?
Yes, I am a hostile
definite
person.
vibe from you.
What kind of a vibe?
A negative vibe.
And what about
you think I don't like you?
I think there is a hostility, yes.
What do you think it's based on?
Two-pronged hostility.
What do you believe it's based on?
I agree with you.
I think there's... it's my instinct.
But you
I agree with you.
I understand what you're saying. I know what he's saying. I see it coming from
You
Gary.
sense it?
It's not from me, but I sense it from Gary.
Gary thinks he's superior to you.
Absolutely not.
Right?
Absolutely. He does.
I do not think I'm superior to Fred.
Sure,
I know you don't, but I had to say
Fred's
it.
boss, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Gary is Fred's boss.
I wouldn't give Fred an order if I was his boss.
You notice no one has ever given Fred an order?
What's an order?
All right, listen, I think it's getting out of hand. I got to take a break here. Cool everyone down.
Oh, please.
All my staff.
Yeah, you're going to cool them down.
That is just
I'll have them beating each other up.
Fuel on the fire.
What do you want?
Your mom's on the phone.
My mother.
Leave Fred alone.
No, she wants to be on the bus.
Hi, Mommy.
She wants to be the girl on the bus.
Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if, I wanted to know about the plans and if...
No, you're not going to be on the bus.
On what?
You're not going up to Albany with me. I'm doing a radio show. I don't want you there.
What are you talking about?
Sit home. She's always looking for... my parents now live through me. They're always looking for something to do with me.
You don't want your parents up there?
No. Is it, Ma?
I don't believe you, Howard.
Ma, it's in a little wooden hall with 100 people.
The Italian hall.
The Italian hall. She thinks it's the Democratic National Convention.
Tell me who's more important than me to go.
Ma.
You said we needed girls on the bus.
Yeah, well, I didn't have her in mind. Mom, it's not appropriate.
You're turning me down?
Yes, because it's going to be an out-of-hand situation, and I don't want to sit there and worry about my parents.
Since when do you worry about me?
Oh, come on. I got to do a radio show. Stop the nonsense.
Are you for real?
Yes, I'm for real.
I was wondering if you had told them you didn't want them to come.
It's not that I don't want them. If I was running for governor and it was a Democratic National...
Are you going?
Robin's on the show. Of course she's going. We're doing a show, Ma.
I don't want to go. You could have my place, but he's making me
Get
go.
with it. She's so out of it, my mother.
You're saying this to me. Your dad and I are all set.
Oh, sit
Sounds
home.
like you're going to cry. Wait a minute.
Get a car and drive up there then.
Howard.
Ma, there's 15 places on the bus. I can't even put you in.
I don't even care if there's one place on the bus. I feel that
Well, then get in a car and drive there. I don't have room for you.
You don't have room for me?
I don't. I've got 13 people just from the show coming.
Howard, I think you better think this over.
I have nothing to think over. There's no room for you.
There's no room for your mother.
Unpack, go square dance.
What'd you say?
Unpack and go square dancing.
I square dance. Don't worry.
I know, so go square dancing that day.
I go square dance.
Oh, sit home. Stop living through me. Turn off the radio. Go out and have some fun. Have sex with your husband.
Howard, I don't believe you're saying this to me.
Are you out of your mind? What are you going to do
I'm
there?
totally destroyed, Howard. And
Oh, stop it. Get a grip on life.
when I saw you Sunday, and I said, Howard, I want to know the plans.
There is no plan.
You didn't say say one word to me.
I'm going to go. I don't bring my mommy to go to work. I'm going to work, Mommy.
You need your mommy all the time.
Oh, stop it. Sit home with your husband. Sit home and stare at each other.
I think it's interesting, though, that she says you didn't say anything to her on Sunday.
That's
you had
right.
already made these plans.
That's right, Robin.
I thought she's kidding.
No room on the bus.
I think she's insane.
I said, Howard, I'd like to know the plans as soon as possible.
Why don't you go to that stupid yogurt parlor you go to every day and recruit your friends?
The Yogurt Gourmet. As a matter of fact,
The Yogurt Gourmet.
The Yogurt Gourmet in Rockville.
Why would yogurt and gourmet be in the same sentence? The Yogurt
They
Gourmet.
are willing to give out a button.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are.
Yogurt that a person buys. Are you willing to get them buttons?
No, we don't have any buttons. That's my mother. She
What
thinks
do you mean you don't
No, they
have
should
any buttons? What kind of a campaign?
let them pay for it.
What kind of a campaign is
Oh, stop it. Stop it. You're getting carried away with yourself.
I'm getting carried away?
Yeah, you are.
Well, either you do it or you don't do it. I don't know halfway measures.
Oh, stop it. All right, listen.
Are you going to get pins for them?
No. No.
Why not?
Because I don't have any pins.
They're willing to give them out for
Ma,
you.
listen to me. I don't have pins. I don't have a campaign committee. I don't have any money raised to buy pins.
Well, how are you going to be elected?
I'm going to just run on the death penalty issue and the tolls and the
Yeah, but you have to do a little advertising.
No, you don't. The people know. It's been in the papers.
Howard.
Mellow out. Mellow out.
Howard,
Mellow
if
out.
the Yogurt
Oh,
Gourmet
my
is willing to do this.
Stop it. I got to go. You're giving me a headache.
Are you having any posters? People are looking
No.
for posters.
No, of course people are looking for posters. People are looking for free items.
It's a small.
You want a poster? You call 1-800-52-STERN. There's the poster. That's the
not
poster.
a poster.
It is a poster.
Well, it's not a campaign poster, Howard. This is
Yeah,
what
but Ma, did you understand? What do you think? I'm going to start licensing all these things?
licensing.
She doesn't understand business at all. With my name on a button, it becomes worth something.
All right, so
I'm not sitting to look and make collector's
let
items.
it be worth something.
All right. Ma, why don't you print some posters? That'll give you something to do. I'm going to put you in charge of the poster committee.
No, I want to be in charge of the trip up to Albany.
Good. So you and Dad plan your trip with the AA and
get a triptych.
Get a triptych, and you're in charge.
No, you're taking us on.
No, we're not. We have no room for you. You're insane.
Very nice, Howard.
It's not a question of nice. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with you there?
I just can't believe it.
Oh, stop it. You're not going on a bus. Now sit home.
I told everybody that I'm going.
Oh, you're not
Expect to
going.
go.
Well, now you're telling everybody you're not going.
No, I'm not telling them that.
You're not going, Ma.
Should be laughing stock of the yogurt club.
Yeah.
What? I didn't hear that.
I tell you what, Ma, you go and I'll sit home.
I didn't hear
How's
that remark. What was the remark?
You'll be the laughing stock of the yogurt shop.
I'll be the laughing stock of the yogurt shop? I don't think so, Howard.
I didn't say it. Jackie did.
Jackie?
I didn't say
Jackie,
it.
my friend Jackie said that?
He's full of resentment
I
and
don't
hate.
believe it.
All right, I got to go. I love
Howard,
you.
where are you going?
I got to go do commercials. I'm backed up.
Oh, you're backed up?
Yep.
Well, all right, Howard. Just let me know the plans.
I certainly will. In fact, we'll be calling you on the 25th
For what?
to tell you the plan.
No. I know the 25th is when we're going.
That's when you're going.
I want to hear before. I like to know things before.
Stop it.
So I
You
can
sit home with your husband and stare at each other.
I'm going.
Hey, I didn't ask her to go. She just decided she's going.
Well, they feel that they don't have to ask you. They're son.
Oh,
Right,
please.
Robin,
you know what? I'm not running for governor. I'm
She's gotten you out of the race.
This has got me so crazy that I'm out of the race. How's that? You know what? This is already too much for me.
My mommy won't let me run.
Yeah, my mom won't let me run by myself. I tell you what, Ma, I resign. I'm not running for governor.
You resign?
I resign. I'm not
that
running
was
for
a
governor.
quick,
The campaign is over. How's that?
No.
Because you have to.
You're not a quitter.
All right. I love you.
I love you too, Howard, and just let me know all the plans
Okay.
when they're
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye, Mommy.
Bye-bye.
All right. Another great phone call from my mother.
Still think she's gone.
Oh, she still thinks she's going, but she's not.
Absolutely.
I'm going to sit there and work with my mother. And she'll sit on the bus there and hock me in the head during our trying to put together a radio show. She'll sit and evaluate me. That's the most annoying thing about my mother. She sits there, you're acting like a star. You're over in the corner. You don't talk to anyone. Hey. It's like, hey, Ma. You mellow out. If I bring you on something, she always has a comment.
She just can't sit there, huh?
No, can't sit there and just, I wouldn't mind if my mother behaved like Jackie's mother. Just sat there in a lawn chair and didn't say anything. She's a wonderful woman, his mother. Sits there and doesn't do a thing.
You have a lovely family, and those girls are there.
Yeah.
Jackie's mother would never say that.
His mother hasn't said a word to us since we know her.
I told you the one time she did say something to me. She was sitting in front of a TV set in Jackie's house, and I said, "What are you doing?" She says, "I'm waiting for Jackie to come on the TV." It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Jackie was scheduled on the 6 o'clock news.
Yeah, she was waiting
so
2 hours.
Sitting there.
Waiting for Jackie.
So she didn't miss her Jackie.
Not even sure the channel was on the right thing.
There's a devoted fan.
Yeah. Waiting for Jackie. And Jackie, of course, doesn't tell her Ma it's 2 hours from now.
Right. He's
happy to...
She doesn't want to miss him.
Yeah. We hear like a reminder. All right, let me take a break.
Let's talk families, Robin.
And we'll be back right after this.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Hey, you know, we got to do the news. We got to talk about Albany. We got so much to do, but did you see this fax that just came in, Robin?
No.
Did you hand this one to me?
No, I did not.
She says, Howard, last night on the local news out of Binghamton, they did a report on the governor's race. They put up a graphic of a poll taken. It looked like this. Governor Cuomo, 54%. Howard Stern, 20%. Undecided, 24%. Now, I've crept up in the polls from 9% to 20%. And closing in.
That's actually very good movement.
Oh, yes. I didn't want to start it. When the anchor read this, it was said with a lot of respect with Cuomo's name, but you could tell he had a hard time with yours.
He sneered, probably.
Yeah, if anyone's got a tape of this, I'd love to see it. He just quickly said Stern in last place with 20%. My point is this. This is the same station that did not air your appearance on Geraldo. They have done a couple of reports now about you and always look for a twist to make it seem like a joke. But seeing you on the actual poll was great. I think they didn't think it would go this far. And now they're forced to cover the story at the convention in Albany. That's from Mike in Ithaca. Very angry guy. Well, there it is, Gary. I want you to file that, please, because that shows my increase in the polls.
Yes, sir.
I've gone up to 20%, Robin.
Well, you're moving on up.
Moving on up in the polls. I finally got a piece of the pie. All right, tell me what else is going on.
Well, since you started talking about the poll, I just wanted to... What?
Robert, I was actually... do you want to hear the rest of the Albany stuff?
Oh, you're talking to Gary?
Well, we could wait. You know what? Why don't we wait till tomorrow anyway?
It's no problem.
It's no big deal.
Okay.
All right.
No, I thought you were talking to me.
I actually am. I'm talking to both of you. Anybody who wants to say something can.
Anybody who'll pipe up.
Yeah.
The important thing is that we are looking for a lieutenant governor. That's the thing you have to address immediately.
Yeah, and you know what? You start doing the search. I'd have Fred do it, but he obviously doesn't want to jump to the occasion. And get in touch with Mayor Koch.
Right.
All right? Let Mayor Koch decide who my running mate should be. He would know better than I would.
I would like to mention one other thing, though, that doesn't have to do with this. The Howard Stern Show is looking for summer interns.
What?
Yeah, we always...
oh, are we?
Yeah, we're looking for summer interns. You must be a college student. You must be able to receive 3 college credits. And if you want to be an intern, send a cover letter and a resume to Kathy Tobin.
Big cans.
WXRK, 600 Madison, New York, 10022. Actually, Kathy wrote, must be tall, dark, and handsome.
If you have big cans, come on now.
Cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders accepted immediately.
Male cheerleaders accepted.
Female cheerleaders. Trust me. Anyone who wants to be an intern, you interview.
I'd like something to look at every once in a while when I go on that.
You got me. That's enough.
Oh, geez.
You get the biggest treat of all.
So, and we're equal opportunity, so if you're really exotic looking, send in a resume.
Right. Yeah, right. All exotics can apply. No discrimination. No, almost.
Oh.
No, of course. Even homosexuals are allowed.
You'd like that.
I love homosexuals.
Come on.
Especially lesbians.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially. Only.
And what do you have to say at the end? EIEIO? Or EIO? Or Equal Opportunity? EEO? EEO.
EEOC.
EEOC. Lesbo. Any cute girls want to intern?
Everybody's resume will be accepted and regarded.
We had some great interns. I mean, in terms of gorgeous people.
It just worked out that way. They were all
what
qualified.
Are you talking about?
Christine, I find very attractive. That's Scott's intern.
Yeah.
And
Tracy.
And Ileana.
Sandy. Very nice group.
What a pack.
What a pack of gals.
All
hardworking gals, but always fun to look at.
Who want to be taken seriously.
You bet.
And who I find most of the time listening to Gorilla crying about his terrible schedule.
Yeah. You know, I always go back to, I know the interns work hard, but it seems like when I go back there, they're all sitting and talking to Gorilla.
Yeah.
And Gorilla's in there whining about how hard he has it.
Oh, I just can't get any sleep.
Of course, everyone says, well, then you work for free. What? And why are you doing it?
And I have no money.
Yeah, but how can anyone feel bad for him because he's doing this voluntarily? I mean, why?
I used to. Every morning he's giving a sob story, and they're in there listening.
But how can they listen to that?
Because the fame is a drug. That's
I know.
what it is.
Yeah, it's like they want to be on.
And they're all saying, I understand what you're saying. I can understand that. It's very funny what goes on.
I'm going to lock them all in a rubber room.
This is a rubber.
Show him on the air to complain. I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, because he's laying in there. You know, he's always at your desk.
Right.
You know, because he's on a power trip in the morning. So he goes and sits at your desk and leans back and puts his feet up. Not your desk anymore, Kathy Tobin's desk.
Yeah.
And he puts his feet up, and he has the lights out, and he's talking to them in the dark.
Where's this?
When's this go on?
This goes on just before you get here.
Oh, really?
Yes, this is what I come into every morning.
And who's he talking to? Isn't he the only one in here?
Christine is sitting there, and he's saying, oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah, because he's hoping she's going to get it on with him.
And, you know, it's just
I need someone to relax
hard. And I don't know how I'm going to get through the day. So are you going to go to your classes? Oh, I guess I'll go to this one or that one. But I really got to get some sleep.
Yeah, you know what it is. He's trying to get it on with Christine.
Yeah,
I didn't know Christine was here that early.
Life.
I didn't know she was here that early.
Well, rarely.
All right.
The other day I was watching Gorilla in action with Christine.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what that is. He's just trying to get it on with her.
Oh, no.
Get her in a dark room.
This is the great one. He's like, yo, I know the best place for wings. You got to come with me. It's the best wings you'll ever eat.
Yeah, he's trying. Dude, why don't you give up on her? She's never going to go for you, you jackass.
See, now he vehemently denies that he wants her, which only makes it positive that he does.
But you're still trying.
You want her so bad, dude. You never do that with guys sitting there and ask them to go get wings with you, and you sit there in the dark and start moaning. So tell me, why do you do it with her?
I've been your boy for 5 years. You ever invite me for wings?
You ever want to go?
Why do you?
I don't know. You never asked.
So what? Why do you deny you want her so bad?
I like hanging out with her. What's the big deal?
Yeah, because you're in love with her.
No, I'm not.
She's a guy.
I'm not.
What's wrong with being in love with her? She's gorgeous.
I am not. She's very pretty, but I'm not in love with her.
There's in a day I don't go by thinking about her.
Well, then that's you, but I like hanging out with her. She's fun to hang out with.
I want to hang out with her.
But if she doesn't like you, how could she be fun to hang out with?
She is. She's a fun person to hang out with.
In spite of the fact
no one else is that much fun. Like, John isn't as much fun as her.
Well, yeah, John is. But John has his own thing.
Oh, and doesn't Christine have her own thing?
And Christine's closer to my age.
He wants that thing.
Oh, you mean John's too old for you?
No, John. She has a couple of. Why do you got to do this to me?
Why do you got to do this?
What do you mean? Why do we have to do anything? You sit back there and you hold court with Christine. No one else.
I go in there. I'm waiting for you to call.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get all my duties done that I have to do.
Your ablutions.
Okay.
Yeah. My duties.
I get all my duties.
What are your
done.
duties? Yeah, you get your duties done.
Believe me, Howard, on the days that Christine is not here, the lights are on and he's sitting up reading the newspaper. But on the days that she's here, he's laying there in the dark whining.
Right. You're such a liar.
You're such a loser. I want you to make you like her and ask her out on a date.
Why
are you playing games? You know what? I learned something early on.
I'm not playing games.
I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me. I was in college, and I found out from a friend of mine, a girl. This girl was roommates with another girl. This girl was the campus goddess, okay? She comes up to me and says, she really likes you. She's attracted to you. I go, you're kidding. And none of this ever happened to me. I go, you're kidding. So I wouldn't even go up to her. I'm playing games. And you know what I did? I knocked on her door, and I said, I'm taking a survey for the school. And I started playing all these games. And she said to me, you know what? Why are you playing games? You know I like you. You heard I liked you. Why are you acting like you're conducting a survey? And you know what? She threw me out of the room and never talked to me again. So that's what a loser you are.
I'm not a loser. I honestly...
Why don't you make you love her?
I don't love her.
He's trying to become friends with her, go out a few times, and then maybe...
Yeah, so maybe she gets so drunk that she'll have sex with her.
She goofs on him like crazy behind his back.
I know.
But they have gone out together.
Yeah, she'll go out. I mean, she'll go out and let him...
relief.
Yeah, he's the court jester.
He's a mascot.
Right. Dude, get it together, man. Just tell her you love her.
I don't love her.
That's the way you do it. So I got my wife. I said, I love you. You can't lie. You're good for her, man. She can rest her beer on your bald head.
Oh, God.
Where is she?
That he doesn't think is funny. I don't know. She's been coming in sporadically lately.
Oh, so she's not even here today?
Yeah, she's not here.
Resting her beer on
I think she's here.
You would know Gorilla if she's here.
Yeah, no, she's here. I don't know where she is, though.
No, I know where she is.
Where is she?
Let me get her.
She basically ignores me.
She's too busy hearing Gorilla whine.
Oh, my God, whine. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Christine, you hear this?
No, I've half heard it. What's going on?
We were talking about
how
how...
did it even come up?
What? She came up because we were talking about how you sit in the back and hold court, and you complain. You sit back there with the lights out when Christine's around in the morning, and you keep the lights out, and you start moaning about how tough your schedule is. And you know you're hoping that she's going to get on with you, and she's not.
I'm not.
Do you know what I'm talking about? He has never once in the 5 years that we've known him sit back there, turn the lights out
every morning
and moan to guys about how tough it is, his schedule and all that.
We never heard, oh, Ganji, my life stinks.
I never said that.
I can see why you're in love with her.
Until I heard you whining to Christine.
Whining about what?
But your life.
You
work for free. Don't you think he's kind of ridiculous when he says that? He's working for free, so why? I mean, he could quit any time.
No. It has nothing to do with that. I work at a youth center. I was talking about all the little wise-ass teenagers that I work with, and it's funny.
Oh.
And that's all I was talking about. I wasn't whining.
He was crying, wasn't he?
Oh, man.
It was a little whimpering.
Don't you think it's a sexual come on what he's doing? Seriously, don't you think that
it's... complaining about his schedule?
Well, by getting the dark room.
Went in the dark room and the lights
She walks in. I don't even know if she's going to come in the morning, let alone so I plan to shut the lights off when she comes here.
You know what? You've got it all backwards, man. You got it all backwards.
No, I don't. I have it right on track.
You're supposed to make Christine moan. Instead, you're moaning. Oh, I can't take it.
Oh, my life is a mess.
I got no...
Just tell her you love her already.
No, I don't love her.
Then why every minute you ask her to go eat wings with you?
Because we hang out sometimes.
Do you think he's... You know, guys. You get the vibe. Is he in love with you?
I think he's given up on the fact that...
He's a chicken wing. Will you marry me?
I think he's given up on
Really?
that.
Yeah, I don't think that. I like to go out and hang out.
How can you hang out with anyone else but her?
I do. I hang out with a lot of people.
Yeah, okay.
Hang out with Danny and Matt.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Christine. Christine,
have you gotten even thinner?
I don't actually. I think I've gained weight.
Really?
Yeah.
Not in my eyes.
I think I've gained some weight.
Not the way I see it. You hope that you get her so loaded one night that she's going to have sex with you.
No.
Am I right, Gary?
Gary told me that a long time ago. He said his plan is that he's gonna hang around you long enough and hope that you'll get drunk enough one night to have sex with him.
I have no reason to admit that not to be true, and that's...
What?
Remember the two girls that were up here? The two sisters, and they talked about how the girl had her lesbian experience, how the guy followed the two women out to the car. They told him not to get in.
Yeah.
He got in, went home, and he got it.
Yeah.
That's what he hopes happens.
No,
you just follow,
absolutely.
You get in the car.
Absolutely.
You just don't get out even when you're told
and you
to
know
leave.
What? Game playing never works because she's always going to think of you as a friend. You got to go up to her and you say, I love you and I need you.
I want her to be a friend. I don't want anything else. That's it. I'm serious.
She's a very tough woman. She's not going to take that from you.
But very good. I hope she does.
Right, Christine? You don't even wear dresses, right?
No, I do wear dresses once in a while.
I've never seen you in a dress.
No. I'll surprise you guys one
because sometimes I think you have bad legs or something because you always wear pants.
Well, they're pretty scarred up.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
You can wear pantyhose. Try that. Scarred up from what?
From sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hockey.
Yeah, hockey. Ice hockey. No.
Those aren't her teeth either.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Gorilla's got her right where he wants her.
No, yeah,
because
exactly.
she
She's a friend.
no longer believes that he wants her. And that's where he wants her.
Working. You're wrong.
You're all wrong.
Let me ask you a question. Christine was drunk one night, all right?
Yeah.
I'll give you a hypothetical situation.
Right. And I swear to God, I'll honest you.
And she's laying on the bed moaning and going, I really need a guy, so since there's no one around, I'll take you, Gorilla. And you said, okay. You would say, okay, right?
How drunk am I?
You're very low.
Very
drunk. The room is really dizzy.
You're in a Cobain coma.
You're near death. You wouldn't.
I'm just saying. It's nothing personal against you. I wouldn't just have sex with somebody.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
So,
okay, so
it's not a personal.
You guys are off track. You really are.
And you think she's a lesbian because she wants to have sex with you, right?
It's not personal, but she would do it with a gun to her head.
I'd have to be so loaded.
I'd have to be dead.
Yeah, I'd be dead.
There would have to be drugs involved.
You would have to be completely wasted. Well, there's your answer. Stop moaning in the dark.
That's your answer.
Give up on that.
Wait, I want to know something. This is your answer because I'm not into you. I'm gay. Is that what you're saying?
I never said that. Did I? I never said that. Cut it out.
No, I've heard you guys. You're like, oh, she always wears pants.
Yeah.
She must be gay.
No, I've never said
really?
that. No. I think she likes broads.
And if I was gay, I bet I could get more women than you.
Yeah, I bet you could. Screw off. What the hell is your problem? Why don't you go back home?
Oh, that was...
Take off another day.
Find a way to turn her on.
Yeah, I'm turning her on. Like, I really want to turn her on.
I got it where I want it.
She's on the ropes.
Always on the ropes. No. All right. Hey, good luck to you.
Yeah, whatever.
Christine, try to resist.
We hope you two will be very happy.
Hope you're happy together.
We're already fighting. We're not even married.
All right. It's great. So who haven't I turned against today? Who haven't I made miserable today? Gary got off easy today.
Yeah. Gary kissed your ass pretty good today.
You're right. Fred's mad at me, believe me.
Okay.
You're out of your mind.
See?
All right, anyway, Robin, let's do some news. Can we do the news now, Fred? Why are you holding up a sponsor?
Because we haven't finished.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh,
I feel terrible. I've shirked my responsibilities.
Love life had to be...
Oh, that's right. Well, we couldn't interrupt that.
I couldn't.
All right, let me take a break, Robin. Let's do some news now.
All right.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Night on the
They say
Eagle.
Cobain was conscious and able to answer questions, but was obviously impaired to some degree. He was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment and recovered in a few days.
Well, here's a guy who wanted to die.
The police report quoted Courtney as saying that there had been similar incidents in the past like this, so that he had had a long-term involvement with drugs that had threatened his life long before that booze and drug binge he went on in Rome that caused him to go into a coma for 20 hours.
Well, he got his wish.
They had
Everyone
said
should dance.
previously that was an accidental overdose, but now they're willing to admit that it was a suicide attempt. He finally managed to complete the act in Seattle once he got home from a drug rehab place that he ran away.
And, you know, everyone says, oh, gee, why weren't there more people around to help him or do something? You know, you really can't do anything with a guy like this. This is a guy who he's got a death wish. And you want to know something? You can't even tell half the time these guys are serious because most of them say they took heroin just to look cool, you know, in the public image. Like the guy from... Pearl Jam. Not that he took heroin, but he always walks around like he's on heroin. You know what I mean? He looks depressed. He's sad. He hates his fame. He hates publicity.
Yeah.
He can't even show his face. He's got to put up his hands on his face, and he's rocking his head back and forth. And you know, you can't tell with these guys.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I've been right around some of the biggest drug takers and never knew they were taking drugs.
Right. These guys.
I can't tell.
You always think it's image with these guys. Like, for years, I know they said that Eric Clapton was on heroin or something, or cocaine or something. I don't know. But I really don't believe it. I think he did it just to enhance his image. It was like a down and out rebel.
Yeah.
You know.
A real rock and roll dude.
Yeah, I always read that with a raised eyebrow, because being part of the drug culture is almost cool when you're a rock star. You know, the kiss of death is these rock stars come out and say, well, I believe in Jesus. You know, or I'm now a rocker for Christianity.
They don't get anywhere.
You got to look like an outlaw, because rock is about rebellion and being young and an outlaw.
And on the edge.
And on the edge. No one wants to hear, you're on the edge, but, you're in church every day.
You can't be on the edge with Jesus.
So how do you prove to your fans you're on the edge? You, of course, have a wild lifestyle.
So on April 7th, the day before Kurt Cobain was found dead, Courtney Love was arrested under the name Courtney Michelle Cobain in Beverly Hills, California, on a drug overdose call and for possession of drugs and paraphernalia. Here's Beverly Hills Police Sergeant Robert Smith to talk about it.
Bob Smith?
Yeah.
Good man.
What was she charged with?
Buffalo Bob Smith or Sergeant Bob Smith?
Sergeant.
Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the sergeant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a good man. Buffalo Bob Smith I'm not crazy about.
Possession of a narcotic, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of hypodermic needle.
Okay, so how did he come to be called to Courtney's side?
We received a request from the Peninsula Hotel on the victim to respond to the victim of a drug overdose. We and the paramedics from Beverly Hills Fire Department did respond, and it was deemed necessary to transport her to the emergency unit at Century City Hospital.
Cops love that. This is their big... when you're a cop, you don't make a lot of money, and Most of the job is pretty thankless, but it must be so exciting when someone in your precinct dies, and you're the guy who gets to talk to the press. You know, because you always think, you poor cops, you got to deal. They loved it. They live for this. Did you see me on TV?
Yeah, they rush home and start their VCRs.
Yeah.
Because that's their day to shine. Anyway, Courtney was bailed out on the same day and is due for arraignment in a Beverly Hills court on May 5th of 1994. So, Courtney having her own problems, Kurt just beat her to the punch.
That's right.
What's her problem? She's wanted to be a rock star. Now she's got an album coming out. Why is she trying to OD?
Because she wants to get some fans.
Okay.
Trying to get that alternative lifestyle across to the people.
Well, why don't you play a little bit of Uptown Girl?
All right. I'll be happy to. Even though I'm not a big fan of this song, I'll play it.
I bet you Christy's not anymore either.
Boy, this is when he first got her in the sack.
He's been writing songs.
He's like, oh.
It's like Angel.
Climb every mountain.
It's like a Gregorian chant.
Does he look in the mirror at himself, and does he say, like, you know...
Yes, she wants me.
No wonder she wants me. Yeah. Uptown Girl. Uptown. Billy's, of course, a down-and-out guy.
I'm a dirty her up.
I'm a dirty man, and... He's the Backstreet guy.
Yeah, right. Backstreet millionaire.
Yeah, multi-millionaire Backstreet guy. I always liked it because Billy's hopping up and down in his mechanic's outfit. He's about 3 feet shorter than her. He's jumping up and down all happy. Hottest piece of ass in the world, Christy Brinkley, and I guess guys get tired of it. Even if you're not a good-looking guy, you get tired of it.
Well, Howard, I'll tell you the
proves
truth.
Yeah.
If your relationship isn't based on the right things, it'll fail.
Oh, Robin. You're the last one we listened to on this.
I've had enough failed relationships, I know.
She's living in her white bread world, unlike Billy.
Yeah.
Who's been living with the blacks.
Jew.
Yeah, Jew. Jews and blacks. Yeah, he should have been more honest. This Jew will foul her up.
I got my Goya.
I got a Goya cup. I'm gonna foul her up.
It's a six-cent dream.
Uptown Girl.
Downtown man.
Downtown man. Yeah, she wants you. That was the funniest video. She steps out. She's jigging around, man.
Right, with her little bag from Bendel.
With those long legs. Yeah, she knows what she wants now. She wants a squirrel. He could barely contain himself. This was like the most up-tempo song in his career.
One of the things I heard about this whole thing was when Billy was down on some island, having a vacation.
Yeah.
And Christy sort of wanders in. Mm-hmm. There's a guy there trying to tell him about Whitney Houston. You know, Whitney was down there.
Yeah.
And she hadn't broken big yet. And this guy was trying to convince Billy that he should be interested in Whitney Houston because she was going to be a huge singing star.
Yeah.
And Billy was like, get out of my way, get out of my way.
Christy Brinkley's over there.
In the room. I got to get over to the piano and start playing.
Let me tell you about Whitney Houston, boy. There's a piece of ass. I saw her at that Rainforest concert. Man, I could do a number on her. Oh, man. And she...
You think you could follow Bobby Brown?
Oh, yeah. Please. That guy don't know what he's doing compared to me. That guy's an amateur compared to me.
You don't think she'd be a handful?
No, like a puppy. And she's got that... I've never had a black woman, but I love her skin tone. Cafe au lait.
You say you love every skin tone. You know? You got Vanessa Williams, you got Janet Jackson, you got...
Oh, Vanessa
Whitney
Williams is like a white
Houston,
woman.
They're all different skin tones, but you love them all.
No, I'll tell you what. Vanessa Williams is like being with a white woman. Forget that. That's not black. I know she goes around saying she's black, but they said
she's got two black parents. I don't know.
I don't know what happened genetically there,
Did they
but
find her floating on a river?
No. She really is as white as can be. You know, she goes around saying she was the first black Miss America. She wasn't. She was a white Miss America. She was the first white Miss America with black parents. But that Whitney Houston, boy, I could heat her up. Boy, I tell you, I was up close. I could really look her over. The legs and the whole thing and the ass.
You didn't see any ass. She had a jacket on.
Yeah, I saw the ass. You could see it if you look hard enough.
You were looking up her dress?
I have X-ray vision. Boy, she'd melt my arms like chocolate at the equator. One big, dark, chocolatey pool. Puddle. She's really a hot piece of ass, man. And she can sing, too. That's cool.
You just have her sing to you while you were doing your business.
Yeah. Sing. Christy Brinkley, though, man. Maybe she lays in bed like a lox. I don't know. But, boy, how do you get tired of that? I picture, like, you get Christy Brinkley in bed, and she's laying on the bed, and she's on her back, and she's just wearing panties. And she's nude, except for the panties, and she's got, like, one leg crossed over the other in bed, and she's just laying there waiting for you.
Jesus.
Oh. Come on and rub me, Fred. You know what I mean? Can you picture that? And her, like, her breathing heavy.
She just might be so incredible. Imagine, she's looked like that her whole life. She might be just so spoiled.
Yeah, but don't you think...
You know what I mean?
You could get her to move around a little. Sure. Maybe she doesn't move that much. My wife doesn't move that much.
And you're stuck with her?
Right.
Maybe she's
not that bad.
She could be a mannequin.
I'm glad my wife doesn't move around a lot. It would make me...
suspicious.
No. The lovemaking would be over in a second. It would feel too good.
Oh, I see.
Makes me hold out longer. She just lays there like wood. Christy Brinkley, boy, I'd have to control myself. I'd like to give her a couple of years of my love.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you just foul her up. Like, that's every guy's fantasy.
Yeah.
Just chain her to a wall. Do stuff to her. Treat her like a dog.
Oh,
come on. How wicked would that be? Smack her on her ass.
You'd have fun with her.
Oh, boy, would I have fun. Billy Joe, I saw him out in the Hamptons at a restaurant. He's hanging around with two little guys.
Yeah, I didn't see Christy with him.
It's like, dude, what's on your mind? Get with the program. Uptown Girl, you're singing and chanting it like a mantra. Get the hell in the sack with him. Look at this. He's singing. He must have gotten laid, like the first couple of hundred times, and he's like, I'll never get tired of this. Uptown Girl.
Let me write a song.
Yeah, I'm going to write a whole album about her. My love for her. Fade that down, will you? Thank you.
It's over.
Yep. Uptown Girl.
They say they've been separated since Thanksgiving.
Who knew?
Living apart. They thought it would be best to handle it privately for the sake of their daughter, Alexa.
Alexa Ray Joel.
And Billy did rush to her side after that big helicopter crash.
Yeah, and he saw she was fine. Crying like a baby. Poor guy. He probably gets a call. Listen, Billy, you said, now here they've separated. Now he's thinking about how he's got to give up his money to her. Billy is sitting down. Christy's been in a horrible helicopter crash. And he's like, oh.
He started singing again.
Uptown Girl. Ooh, she's the perfect wife. Looked great when I had her. Had great sex with her. Now she when we're getting divorced, she dies.
Keel's over.
Perfect.
40?
What?
You're 40, you're ready.
What is it, Gary?
This has nothing to do with Billy Joel.
Oh. What is it?
There's a woman on the phone. Her name is Betty. She's a columnist at the Daily News.
Yeah.
Tonight she's going to be on a show called Ask the Governor.
Right.
Where she will, as a panelist, be asking questions to Governor Cuomo.
Yes.
She wanted to bring your name up, and she wanted to know if there was anything that you could tell her so that she could say a question like, Howard Stern says your candidacy is da-da-da-da-da-da.
Excuse me, Robin. The governorship call. Who is this, Betty?
Betty Lou Ebron. I'm a columnist.
Oh, I know you, Betty Lou.
Oh, yes, we've met you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're Chinese, right?
Chinese American, yes,
yeah,
Howard.
because it's Betty Lou is L-I-U.
Right. LIU, like Long Island University. That's
Betty Lou Hebron. You're the one, you married a Jew, right?
No, that's my sister.
Oh, that's right.
She's married to a black guy.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
You're the one that's married to the black guy, okay.
I can't believe you married a black guy.
Well, can I ask my question of you?
That's kinky.
Before you keep asking me questions?
You're cute, by the way. Did I ever tell you that?
Oh, gee, thanks.
You know what I do to you?
I say the same about you, Howard.
This is an official campaign duty.
Okay.
You're talking to the press.
Let me say, I would.
Gubernatorial candidate.
If you were my wife, I'd bind your feet.
I don't think so.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hey, anyway, let me just say, I want you to ask Cuomo why he looks so much like Chico Marx.
According to candidate
serious.
Howard Stern.
Something can't... Well, what do you want to know? I mean, what do you want?
This is what I want to know.
Go
I
ahead.
think he doesn't want to talk about you because you make his candidacy his re-election bid less serious, okay?
Yeah.
But I think he needs to deal with you.
Right. He's got to deal with me, and he's got to deal with me in a way. He's trying to act like, hey, I think it's great. You know, he's not worried.
But this is really goofy, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but you've got to say to him...
the point that you've risen something like 11 points in the polls already?
Well, listen, here's what you got to say.
Tell me why you're important.
I'll tell you why I'm important. Because right now, the reason that Cuomo and the rest of them aren't worried is they think my candidacy is not serious. But it is. Because I really believe in these three issues. I think there's three issues that people really can get behind. And not only that, I think that he's in trouble because people aren't satisfied with his leadership. Once I name a lieutenant governor, and I show people that he's someone of substance, someone who's going to take over the day-to-day running of the governor's mansion, and that I am going to really give them the death penalty, that I am going to give them the toll issue, because the toll issue is big with people. These are people who commute every day. They can't get to work. We're going to try and get that whole thing going with the scanners, so you can scan and go right through the toll booth. And plus, we have nighttime construction, so traffic is free-flowing. Once these things happen, people's lives will be made easier.
But beyond that, what does it mean that someone like you, a national personality, is running for governor?
What it means is he could be in trouble. I could somehow, in a goofy way, get in. If I have 20% of the vote now, where I'm not even being perceived as a serious candidate, these are people who don't even think I'm for real, and I've got 20% of the vote.
Did you ever vote for Cuomo yourself?
Yes.
When?
Last election.
Okay, what about the time before that?
Yes.
Oh, so you've been a Cuomo supporter.
There's been no one else.
Okay.
Listen,
now let's say
Cuomo, I'm not saying Cuomo was a horrible governor. I'm not even saying that. What I'm saying is we have gotten so out of control now. Do you know that, like Cuomo says, hey, if we have a three-time loser, we got to lock him away for life. Can you imagine? That means you're allowed to now commit crimes twice.
Think about the other two people who have to be lost before we can put somebody away for good.
You know, when you're raped and you heard, oh, it's only a second rape. You know, I mean, what the hell goes through your mind? We all have kids. We all have wives. We all have women we know, mothers. I mean, what is it going to take to have a death penalty?
And why is he importing killers so that they can stay alive from states where they do have the death penalty?
This is an outrage. Now let me tell you something. Betty Lou, in order
Betty, call me Betty.
Betty Lou. I don't want to call you what you want to be called. Betty Lou, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I am saying this. The death penalty is such a strong issue.
59% support it.
Yeah. It is so unbelievably important. And the fact is that anyone can run New York State. You think, people go, oh, my God, we're getting a new governor. There's going to be a transition. What's going to happen in the meantime? Do you know that the state runs itself? It literally runs it. People think the governor's up there. They think if Cuomo left office tomorrow, something
water
terrible.
Would stop running.
Yeah, water. They want to get, like Howard Stern was governor, the water would stop running. It doesn't work.
Howard, what are you doing about voter registration? Because we all know the voters tend to be older, and your listeners are younger.
Well, that's where you're wrong. You don't know the age of my listeners. How old do you think the average voter is?
I don't have that in front of me. What do you think it is?
Well, go ahead. You're the one who said that voters are older.
They're 40s, 50s.
All right.
60s.
Who do you think is number one with 25 to 54-year-olds in New York State?
Males.
Males and females. I'm talking about people.
All right, that's you. Okay. Well, what percentage
that's me.
of your listening audience is registered, do you think?
I would say 100%.
Get out of here.
I'm not kidding. Did you ever see the statistics on who my audience is? Despite what you guys in the media print about my audience, take a look at something called the Scarborough Report. If you want to do your homework, it's called the Scarborough Report. They sit and analyze who is in the audience. My audience is the most educated, the most wealthy. Do you know they said that I am number one with people who make $50,000 or more, and I'm number 38 with people who make $10,000 and less?
Well, but what percentage of them are registered voters?
Well, what do you think? Who do you think votes? Upscale, intelligent people. What do you think? What do you think? Slobs
and
vote?
You don't think that people will come out to the polls for Howard?
I think they will, honestly. I think...
I'm going to win, Betty, and you're going to be my first lady.
How's that going to be?
Well, my wife will be named the First Lady, but Betty Lou will be...
Howard, I have one more question for you. Take it out of the pool.
Remember something, Betty Lou.
What?
I am number one also with friggin' idiots. And idiots are going to go out and do the idiot vote. You know what the idiot vote is?
What?
People want to have fun on Election Day.
Yes,
They're going to go, hey, Cuomo's going to win anyway. They're going to pull the lever for me.
Right. Well, in that vein, this is what I want to ask.
I've answered every one of your questions.
Wait,
you haven't answered my question.
Just one last question.
How long do I cook rice for?
40 minutes, and you should soak it overnight.
All right, because I never know the right thing, and I've always wanted to ask you.
Your rice is always sticky, Howard.
Right.
I just wanted to point that out to you.
Exactly.
It's soaking it overnight, Howard.
Are you going to bring me up in this TV show tonight?
I really want to, and I want to ask you one last question.
Well, you better bring me up.
One last question.
Why am I doing this interview?
What? You can't duck this one. Howard.
Yes.
You are a master at the media in your arena.
Thank you.
He is a master at the media in his arena.
Thank you.
As a master of the media, what do you think he's doing wrong? His popularity has declined.
What he is doing wrong.
Not politics now, just in terms of the way he handles the media, manipulates.
No, the problem is he's been the governor for so many years now. And people are frustrated with everyday conditions in the state.
But you know what I also think?
Let me tell you something. Do you think someone, as a governor, the most important thing to know is that when you go, let's say, for example, on Long Island, and you see blocks and blocks and blocks of stores now closing. Talking about commerce now. People who sell things, people who produce things, people who actually make things with their hands, they're all leaving New York State.
Right.
Not only in New York City, but all over the state.
Right.
Now, why is that?
You tell me. You're the candidate.
I know. I'm asking you why.
No, you're the candidate.
Well, I want you to go research why.
I answer now.
Go ahead, Robin. You can answer. Betty Lou doesn't have the answer. Go ahead, Robin. Show how smart you are. Why are people leaving?
The taxes are so high.
Okay, that's one reason.
Jobs are leaving.
That's the second reason.
Jobs are going away, so people have to follow the job.
And what?
Living conditions have become unbearable.
Now, did you hear what she just said? I can't tell you how to bring jobs in. I'm going to get a lieutenant governor who can. But I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you why the majority of people are leaving.
Why?
You can't walk the street.
Okay.
The streets have been given over at night to the animals.
That's his line. He uses that too.
Who?
Cuomo.
Yeah, but what's he doing about it?
He keeps importing them in.
Yeah, he in fact, you know that a guy just killed someone in New York State. He was up on murder charges somewhere. He came to New York State and murdered someone because he knew Governor Cuomo wouldn't give him the death penalty. He was already convicted and had a death penalty going in the other state.
Right.
Now, what's he doing about it?
So you're saying basically people are sick of him?
Well, it's not only that.
I didn't just say that.
People elected Cuomo thinking, we got this really bright guy who's going to be a mover and shaker. He'll be a national candidate. He goes to the convention one year, wows everybody with a speech about bloody feet on his father. The next year, he can't make up his mind. Is he going to run for president? Is he not going to run for president? All of a sudden, he looks like an indecisive guy. Should he be on the Supreme Court? Not on the Supreme Court. He can't make up his mind.
Let me tell you something.
Anything.
He would be an excellent Supreme Court justice. Excellent. He'd be an excellent Supreme Court justice. That's what he's more intellectual that way. We need people who are going to do nuts and bolts. You understand?
He likes to sit and think.
He's never run a business. He's never generated income. He doesn't know what it is to run a business. When you run New York State, you got to run it like a business.
No, I think that's fair.
First thing you got to do is clean up the streets of murderers. You've got to have some kind of deterrent. It's not going to be 3 strikes and you're out. 3 strikes and you're out encourages crime. But, I'll commit crime twice, and then on the third one, I'll worry about it.
Yeah, I'll stop.
All right, thank you, Howard.
Listen, you know the real reason people are leaving New York.
Why?
Too many Orientals.
Howard,
just kidding.
Orientals.
Betty.
Don't call us Orientals.
Of course not. I understand.
All right.
I'm just kidding with you.
I know you are.
All right. Thank you,
Bye,
Betty.
thanks.
Bye-bye. All right. Robin, I had to take care of that.
Okay.
I didn't mean to say I meant to say yellow Americans.
Oh, geez.
That's why you're supposed to say it. Yellow Americans. Oh, absolutely. It's yellow Americans.
I think it's Asian.
No. Yellow Americans.
Maybe it's yellow Asians.
Yes. That is allowed, too. No, because you know how, blacks want to be black Americans?
No, they're African-American, remember?
No. Black Americans they like.
Is that right? You're off, I think. I think you're a couple of years behind.
I don't know where I am. I should be in jail. How'd I handle that? Good?
You did a good job.
Thanks.
Did a good job.
Thanks.
But Cuomo's been a major disappointment to everybody.
Yeah. Well, who even knows if he is or not? I don't even know what he's doing. I just know I want to be governor. I think it'll be cool.
He has no solution to the crime problem, but
None.
he keeps importing criminals.
You got to do something about that. If you got any balls, you got to do something about it. You know what it is. He's getting old, and a lot of old guys, too. They're with the church, and they get nervous. They're not going to go to heaven. If they have a death penalty, after all, blood will be on their hands. Me, I don't care. I know I'm going to hell.
That's already
been
foregone
decided.
conclusion.
Yeah, so let me go do it. Let me sign the bill. That's all. I'll take care of it in 2 seconds for you. And I'll be out of office, and you'll have nothing to worry about. Go ahead, Robin.
Now, listen to this. We have been talking about this Fay case for a while. A kid named Michael Fay over in Singapore is due to be caned for vandalism.
That's what you should ask Governor Cuomo. Where do you stand on caning? What do you think of that as a form of punishment? Are you for it or against it? I am so for it.
His father has been campaigning to try to get the government to stop the Singapore government from going ahead with this caning. And when they poll the American public, they find that the majority of people are for caning.
Of course.
And here's what he said when his poor son's sitting over there. The whole world seems to be against him. It looks like he's going to have to go for this beating. And when he found out what the polls were saying in America, here's what his father says his reaction was.
He was shocked when he read in the Straits Times, the government-controlled newspaper, that the United States actually, the polls indicated that the United States actually supported his caning.
Shocked.
Yes, his son was shocked.
His son doesn't understand that he's not supposed to go around. What was he doing, vandalizing?
Here's the deal. As far as I can understand it, there were several youths hauled out of school one day where this kid went to school. He was among them, and they were all accused of spray painting some cars.
Right. You don't do that. Listen, we need this so badly. Do you know in Singapore there's no crime? People are afraid to commit crime. Why? Because it's embarrassing. You get pulled out in public. You get caned by a karate man, and they cane you till pieces of your ass skin fly off, and you go sometimes into a shock. It's fantastic. What are we going to do with all these guys? You got guys who steal cars now. Do you know what happens? Nothing. If you steal a car in New York State and they catch you, they caught the guy who stole your car, they would do nothing to him.
Why? Why bother?
Because they don't have jails. So why even bother chasing these guys? We need a form of punishment that humiliates people. We have a bunch of babies in our society who need to be spanked like children. They can't behave by the rules of society. They no longer are in fear of the law. The Rodney King case. Make that legal. Yeah, but give them a trial. You guys convicted of drunk driving like that? Cane them. Listen, the cops have been doing it for years.
See, but I have always said to you, the problem with the cops is that they didn't wait for a trial.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. And you know why the cops don't wait for a trial? Because they can't handle guys like this. Now, when a cop goes at someone, they'll know there'll be caning at least. There'll be something that goes on. 2 simple words. Pain works. Everyone knows it. You'd be more afraid of a caning than anything. Oh, it's so embarrassing. And let me tell you, you get a caning a couple of times, man. Your ass will look like raw chopped meat.
You can't go through that several times.
You can't. You will not go through it. You will kill yourself before you're caught by the police. You know, this Rodney King now says, the reason the cops beat me because I'm a black man. I know a guy who is a car thief. He's a known car thief on Long Island. He's a white guy. He's been beaten up by the cops more times than you can count on your hand, Robin.
But he's still robbing?
Of course.
Well, then it doesn't work.
It'll work. When you do it in public with your pants down and pieces of your ass hang out, oh, forget it.
They're not beating him bad enough.
It's happening in Singapore, and it's working. It's working in a big way. And if we don't take a lesson from this, we're insane. I'll have to sign down, Fred. I'll be done in a few minutes. What else, Robin?
Meanwhile, Mr. Fay, George Fay, the father of the 18-year-old, says that his son is being singled out simply because he's an American.
No.
And it will be a big example over there to take an American boy and beat his butt in public.
Well, too bad. He shouldn't have been. The example is that his son should behave himself.
Well, his son swears he didn't do it.
No, evidently the court found him guilty.
Well, he pleaded guilty.
Oh, he did. So why, if he didn't do it, did he plead guilty?
Well, they said he would never have to go through this. They just get him out of the country if he just said he did it. And then all of a sudden the caning came up.
Well.
Meanwhile, in a city called Rohnert Park, California.
Rohnert?
Yes. Police have apologized for the weekend arrest of 3 6-year-olds, 2 boys and a girl, for drawing graffiti with chalk.
Cane them. I'm sorry.
Lynn Ricciardi,
yes,
the mother of the little girl involved, says that there was absolutely no reasoning with the arresting officer.
Really?
Yes. Listen to her.
What were the kids doing, like hopscotch?
They were just drawing with chalk on the side of a building.
What's her name, Lynn?
Lynn Ricciardi.
Ricciardi, very nice last name.
I tried to reason with him, and there was no reasoning with him. He was one of those sort of guys where, he felt he was right, period. There's that, I
was right.
Mother of a criminal youngster.
The cop was, listen to this, the woman standing right there, kids are defacing public property, and the mother didn't say anything. They should have arrested the mother.
Her child was upset because the policeman brought her home and told her that she was arrested.
Oh. Do you believe this, what's going on? Let the cop go over. You see, you got to make me governor. I would have the cop go over to this woman's house and write on her house. With the good chalk, I would stand there and chalk up her whole friggin' house.
Well, let Lynn go on. She wants to explain some more why she's so upset.
She's only 6 years old.
Oh.
She didn't know, and she was using wash-off chalk. She just didn't, she didn't see it as vandalism.
6 years old, I know. Not to chalk up the street.
I didn't go around writing on walls.
Where's the mother during all this?
She's arguing with the police officer.
No. It's the officer. You're absolutely right.
I'll cane her myself, officer. You don't have to do it. But this is the problem in this country. Everybody's supposed to be absolved. You're supposed to understand that's my child.
No, you didn't understand. My 6-year-old.
Yeah.
My darling. Yes.
She couldn't possibly commit a crime. She's my baby.
All right.
Rodney King, you mentioned him a little earlier. His case has gone to the jury in Los Angeles. The jury, according to the judge, only has to decide on reasonable damages.
Reasonable. Would you just say, here's a guy walking around now, no injuries. I'd say what, $50, $100?
No, they had a couple of guys come up and talk about some deficits he's experiencing and some long-term health considerations.
Yeah.
The prosecuting attorney, or the attorney for the city, says that he thinks Rodney King should get about $800,000. Rodney, on the other hand, his lawyer thinks he should get about $9 million.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we should reward a guy who drives around at high speeds, intoxicated. I think we should reward him with $9 million. We're doomed. Why don't they round it off to 10? Why 9? Why? I think the guy should have $10 million.
9. That's
9.
A good number.
9.
10 million, frightening number.
Look at these lawyers, how they come up with these numbers. Yeah, 9. Based on everything we know, 9. Like they say that like it's nothing. Who's going to pay him $9 million? The taxpayers? No sanity left in this world. We're doomed. Moving to Singapore. You know there's not a piece of garbage in the streets of Singapore?
It's beautiful. Beautiful and clean.
Fantastic.
Yesterday in Congress, they were talking to tobacco makers, and the RJR Nabisco Company revealed the 599 chemicals they put in their cigarettes.
It's another thing. They should be... I'm buying a cane and I'm moving. I'm going to go in Singapore and I see someone do something wrong, I'm going to cane them right on the street. What do you think of that?
But they swear that they're not putting anything in cigarettes or regulating the nicotine to keep people more addicted. And they say the only reason they haven't released this information before is to protect their secret recipes from other cigarette manufacturers.
American cigarettes are the greatest cigarettes in the world. And I was a smoker. And they concocted a cigarette in these other countries. I've smoked all the other countries' cigarettes.
Did you smoke foreign cigarettes? I've never done that.
Yes, awful. American cigarettes are the great. All over the world, people trade for American cigarettes.
I was perfectly happy with our own cigarettes. I never strayed.
The tobacco industry is a great industry. It's one of the few industries left in this country that we do well and that we can produce and that we are the leaders. People have been smoking since the Indians, Native Americans. God bless the Indians and their tobacco. Tobacco we stole.
But they only wrapped up tobacco leaves and smoked them, not 599 additives, Howard.
Did you ever, excuse me, did you ever wrap up a tobacco leaf and smoke it?
No.
All right, it's a mess. Those Redskins were not geniuses. And we took it. The great European masters came over and...
They couldn't play the drums and they didn't know how to make a cigarette.
But they know how to drink. And I'll tell you something, we perfected a cigarette in this country is fabulous. Now, I'm not pro-smoking. I don't encourage anyone to smoke. I don't think it's a great habit, although if you look like a real dweeb, sometimes with a cigarette you look kind of cool.
Just roll them up in your sleeve.
Right. In fact, we have an intern here, Danny. He started smoking just to look cooler.
Didn't help.
Didn't help at all, so he stopped. Did he stop?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He looks like a crow.
Where is he? I got to find it. Hey, is Danny here?
Smoke circling around his head.
Gary, bring me Danny. I want to know if he's still smoking.
Coat hangers have better posture.
I know. He's a real mess. Where's Danny?
He's not here, and he is still smoking, and I've sat him down a lot of times and begged him to stop.
Well, he explained to me, he says, hey, Howard, look, I just started a couple of weeks ago, but I got to look cooler.
That's exactly why he's doing it.
I said, oh, okay, I understand.
Oh, yeah, he looks like a real rebel now.
Yeah.
I'm scared of him.
Did you see the other cool thing he's trying to do?
What?
He's attempting, and I say this really tongue-in-cheek, he's attempting to grow a mustache.
Oh.
Uh-oh. And
it's been like a month already, and it's just like, that fuzz you get when you're, going through puberty.
I look like Clark Gable.
Keeps burning it with his cigarette.
But he does. He loves
singes it.
He loves to wave that cigarette around.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's trying. He's trying for a look, something. But anyway, we have the greatest industry here, the tobacco industry.
Why does he have to try for a look that makes you stink?
The tobacco industry is fantastic. It puts a lot of people to work. And listen, they go, well, gee, we don't want to give up our recipe. It's a recipe of death. But people who smoke know that. People know that's the recipe of death. Well, we have responsibility. If someone wants to die, then let them die. What do we care? They enjoy this cigarette. I see some people, this cigarette gives them more pleasure. You take Scott, the engineer. That cigarette gives him more pleasure than anybody on this planet.
I think he loves cigarettes more than anything else.
More than people.
You ever see the look on his face when he's drawing a...
That's what I'm saying. So what are you going to do? You're going to take that away from him?
It's like heroin.
The man's in heaven when he's sucking in on one of those cigarettes.
Right. So you know what? So he lives 10 years less.
Well, they say that the average male smoker age 44 lives 17 years less.
17? On
average than the non-smoking male.
What's he got going on that he needs to be around here for? You know what I'm saying?
Somebody else can do it.
So he'll live only till 60 instead of 87. Or whatever.
All that food for somebody else.
Right. More space for everyone.
Well, Congress looked at this chemical list with a skeptical eye. They say, you really ought to find out what they didn't put on that list.
Right.
They think there's more stuff they put in the cigarettes.
That's good. Keep worrying about cigarettes. So we'll take that industry away. People don't understand. Laissez-faire. You want to smoke? Smoke your brains out.
Michael Jackson.
Here's one, Robin. No more cars. How's that? Cars are bad for you.
Hello?
No more cars.
Everybody walk.
There you go.
I like that. Bicycles.
We'll go back to Stone Age.
Air will be a lot cleaner.
Be like Fred Flintstone with his feet.
Square wheels.
Yeah.
How he ever rolled anywhere, I'll never know. Michael Jackson has another 16 days to sweat it out. That's when they'll decide whether they should charge him with anything or not as a result of a grand jury investigation being conducted out in Los Angeles in connection with the sexual abuse charges alleged by a 13-year-old boy.
I say enough already.
The DA out there says it's not a witch hunt.
Yeah, right.
They just wanted to do an exhaustive probe.
Of course.
So that they didn't do anything without real grounded information. So that's why it's taking them so long. And they say at the end of the month they'll let us all know whether Jackson's going to be charged.
It's a high-profile case. These guys can't look like fools. What if they don't investigate thoroughly? And we'll say, well, why didn't they investigate thoroughly? So they have to do that. It's not a witch hunt. They're right. Without this kid who supposedly was molested or accused Michael Jackson of molestation, without this kid, they have no case, and that's the end of it. If the kid got pregnant, then you'd have a whole different story. Anything else, Robin?
And, of course, the really sad case here in New York of several youths being arrested for the rape of a woman on Coney Island.
Don't
hurt yourself, Jackie.
Jackie, easy, man. There's a little decorum in here.
Whew. They say that the youngest perpetrator arrested was a 14-year-old.
Did you see that kid, a baby face on him?
Little baby, yes. He looked so young and innocent.
Held the gun on this woman. And look, nothing will happen to these kids. Nothing. I guarantee it. Nothing will happen to them. They'll be in jail 3 years maybe. They raped a woman.
Went back to their neighborhood and they bragged about it.
Well, they re-elect Governor Cuomo.
They were arrested. Their friends turned them in. They were disgusted, thank goodness.
Re-elect Governor Cuomo, then. If that's what you want. You can't even walk on Coney Island anymore. You can't jog.
They were running around there in Coney Island looking for somebody to rob because they wanted to play video games. They tried to attack some man to get money, but he managed to scamper away, and the next person to happen along was this woman who was jogging. And they knocked her down and were rifling through her pockets. When they found she had no money, during this struggle, her shirt ripped, and it immediately escalated into a situation where several of them decided to take turns with her.
They have nothing to worry about. Remember, 3 strikes and you're out. They can do this again, and nothing will happen. This is only their first rape, right?
As far as I know.
Yeah, tell them not to sweat it. They'll be back out very soon.
But
3 strikes and you're out. Can you imagine that?
One kid had graduated from high school last year. The others are in high school or junior high.
Death penalty.
But they were
caning,
joking about it.
Everyone's afraid of this caning. Why would you be afraid of seeing these runts get caned?
That's not good enough for them.
Death penalty. Rapists.
Not rapists. There's nothing funny about it.
Well, Jackie obviously has something funny over there going on about it.
I'm sure Jackie was reading something else.
I heard that guffaw.
I can't imagine him laughing at this. And finally, the Nancy Kerrigan doll will be coming out. Mattel has decided that Nancy is just the kind of girl young girls should emulate. And here is Donna Gibbs of Mattel to tell us
can you imagine? Emulate her. What, an empty head who skates on the ice?
With big teeth.
To us, Nancy Kerrigan represents the true American spirit, and that is setting your sights on a goal
and losing
giving it all you've got. And that's what Nancy did at the Winter Olympic Games.
Yeah, we're always second place in America.
It's an important message for little girls.
It's a great doll. It can bite its nails without bending its elbows. Big giant beaver teeth.
So there you have it.
She's no hero. All right, Robin, thank you. Hey, don't forget to call 1-800-52-STERNS. I'll have a great party with our new tape. See all the backstage going on in Newark. See the backstage party. See it all. It's shipping now. And also the Leroy Neiman poster I think you'll like a lot. And as you know, we're only making a certain number, and that's it. 1-800-52-STERN, $39.95. Make sure you order early to get in on the Leroy Neiman poster. You must be 18 or older because the tape is it's very funny, but there's a lot of nonsense going on there. Brought to you by Infinity Ventures and me. Hey, Jackie the Joke Man. Now, there's a guy you want to go see. Also, you can order his new comedy CD, available on cassette. It's only $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. You call 1-800-323-5464. And don't forget to go see Jackie live next Thursday night, April 21st, at Buster's in East Hartford, Connecticut. For information, you call the all-digital 516-922-9463. Thank you, Robin. The new Stuttering John album titled...
Always there to support you.
Yeah, we always laugh at him. The new Stuttering John album titled Stuttering John will be out April 19th in record stores everywhere. To get on Stuttering John's mailing list, call 609-546-STUPID.
You got a plug for your girlfriend?
Oh, Diane?
Oh.
Diane Parkinson, my girlfriend, will be on the Playboy channel every Friday in May. And her video is out in the stores. And it's a very popular one at that, and one could certainly see why, Robin. Have you watched it?
No one ever gave me a copy.
Oh, yeah. Would you watch it if I gave you one?
I always watch whatever promotional things will help the show.
Right. If you're planning a wedding, a girl should buy it. You'd teach you how to dress, all of you. The way Diane dresses in that video is perfect.
Is that right?
She hardly has a thing on. If you're planning a wedding or party and need a great DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment, toll free from any city, 1-800-PARTY-MC.
As Kathy Lee said last week on her show, when the day and age when women are trying to be taken seriously, I don't think we should be running around with our butts hanging out of our shorts.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, she would also have it that, everyone was in church on Sunday. Even hypocrites.
Sure, after they get Frank Gifford.
Yeah, after they get Frank Gifford, everything's perfect. Talk to Frank Gifford's marry your grandfather and talk to Frank Gifford's other 2 wives. All right, hire Scott. He's not a hypocrite. Hire Scott in the New York area. Call 718-BAG-5040.
But everything was hanging out to get in.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, after you get Frank, then keep your ass.
Wear long pants.
Yeah. Got a loud mouth, that girl. I can't wait. She says, I saw in the paper she wants to leave Regis and start a sitcom. I can't wait till that bombs, and then he should throw her out. He wouldn't miss a beat.
I was looking at a review of that Avery Fisher Hall concert.
That she gave?
It was a whole video presentation she put together of her life. From her earliest performances to today.
Those exits must have been crap.
Yeah, the exits were backed up.
Can you imagine sitting through that?
What was she wearing?
I have no idea. I just heard.
Was anybody there?
Video. They didn't comment on the crowd. They just talked about how there was a whole video presentation all about Kathy Lee, and she was introduced on stage by her son Cody.
Ugh. That sounds like when you go to Jackie's house, when she's sitting in front of the TV, watch all his family films. Spent the whole night watching it.
Mommy!
Yeah. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, she makes me sick. I thought she was into protecting her children.
Oh, she wasn't going to put them out in public anymore.
Yeah, well, I guess that changed. Yeah. All right. Anyway, good luck, everyone. I hope you make it through another day in this great town. Goodbye.
KGL Fort Worth, Dallas. Your rock.